What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Film Club Rejects podcast. Thank you for being rejects with us. I know this is a little bit different way to start the video. Unfortunately, I'm not around. As you can see, I'm on the road traveling. I got a little busy, but we have a great episode for you today. Just wanted to give you a little update. Got my boy Kenny, Will's best friend from high school, filling in for me. We're going to give you some Stranger Things, some Rosebud Thorn, some good stuff, movie news maybe. I just wanted to get on here and explain why I wouldn't be here today, but we got a great episode for y'all. Hope you enjoy, and take it away, fellas.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Film Club Rejects podcast. You guys just heard from Brendan prior to this. Thank you, Brendan. Sorry you couldn't be here. Thank you all for being rejects with us. I'm Will, and we have a very special guest today, Kenny. Mr. Kenny, he is a good friend of mine, old buddy from high school, and is a big Stranger Things fan. This is going to be a pretty big Stranger Things heavy episode. So if you don't like Stranger Things, I apologize. But go check out our other videos. Other videos are much less Stranger Things. But if you do like Stranger Things, drop a like and a comment down, and drop us a follow too. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about Stranger Things. And you know what? Even if you don't like Stranger Things, just drop us a follow. We talk about a whole bunch of stuff. We got our other guy here, Brendan. He's coming in. He's a big Marvel fan, DC fan. You guys know the deal. Anyway, Kenny, how you doing?
Doing great. Well, thank you so much for having me, bro. I'm really excited. Like you said, Stranger Things is definitely a show I'm really into, especially right now. So really excited to talk about it. You and I have talked a lot about it, outside of the pod. So to be able to bring it onto this platform, I'm really excited to do it. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, man, absolutely. I'm excited. You are officially the first guest of the podcast.
Actually,
You are
oh
the
shoot,
first guest of the podcast.
oh,
Yeah,
honored,
man.
man. Thank you. Wow.
So,
Excited.
yeah, we wanted to do Stranger Things. Brendan, not a big Stranger Things guy, so we kind of thought that this would be like the perfect combo here. But before we do that, we do a thing here. It's our Rosebud Thorn. Basically your rose. It's something good that's happened or something good going on. It doesn't have to necessarily be today, but just like in general. Your bud is something either you're excited about or that something that's just there, and then your thorn is something that maybe isn't super great, but is either a chance to grow, work, things like that. Um,
Yeah.
so I'll start it off just so my rose is a lot of good content coming out. I feel like that's my rose a lot, but a lot of good stuff. We got my rose. I feel like it's my rose quite a bit, but there's a lot of good content coming out. We're getting one of the final episodes of My Hero Academia coming out next Saturday. Um, a lot of good anime stuff coming out. We got Demon Slayer that just came out. Um, Jujutsu Kaisen's coming out here in a little bit. They're coming out with a movie, and then the new season comes out in January. Obviously, Stranger Things is coming out, uh, and just a lot of good stuff, a lot of good things to to be able to watch and take part in. Uh, my thorn, work's been rough. It's been a lot more assumption of responsibility, basically, and as you climb higher in the ranks, you kind of start to see like the cracks and things, where you're like, maybe not so great, but
Man, it's hard about education, bro, in the school system
oh well,
especially.
yeah. Well, I'm at Chipotle right now, so
Oh, Chipotle aspect. Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
that's the same thing. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and it's one of those situations where it's like this isn't the end goal, but like gotta stick through it. Um, and then my bud is just I got 2 days off coming up. I don't work. I don't work tomorrow, and I don't work Thursday. So we're going good. Can't wait to get this out. I'm excited for having this podcast. So that's one of my buds too. It's just like this podcast in general. But I'll kick it over to you, Rosebud Thorn.
I appreciate it. Um, let's say my rose is I'm currently a master's student at University of Wisconsin, doing invasive owl research out of California. And so I presented my research to my master's committee about 3 or 4 weeks ago and got some really great feedback. They loved it. I've also just finished analyzing all the data that I collected over this summer, this past summer. So that's definitely my rose. Like I'm in a great place there. Basically, everything that I wanted to complete up until this point has been completed. So really happy about that. I say my bud is, or you did your thorn second, so I'll do my thorn
You could
second.
do it however you want. I like to kind
Okay.
of end on like a positive note, is all.
See, that's very true. Actually, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna say my thorn, dude. It's winter time, and I'm in Wisconsin, and bro, it is rough. I hate the cold. I'm one of those people where it'll be 40 degrees, and you'll see me in like 2 layers of pants and like a hoodie and a big coat. And
Yeah.
so now it's like getting to the point. I think I woke up today and it was like 12 degrees outside. And like it's only gonna get down from here.
Jeez.
So I'm like, I hate the cold. I'm not a fan of the cold. It's also snowy and the roads are slick. So that's definitely my thorn is like just even having to leave my apartment to go to
Mhm.
campus is a struggle. And we're only getting started because this is like the first snowfall and like last year I think the low that I experienced was -22. So I have a while to go. Yeah.
-22, dude.
I told myself when I graduated from undergrad that I would go to a place for my master's where it'd be warmer.
Mhm.
And here
So
we
that
are.
was a
I
fucking
mean,
lie.
that was a lot. I mean, I was oh my goodness. But hey, the opportunity came my way, and I'm happy to be here more than anything. But the cold is rough. The cold is definitely the rough part.
Yeah, man.
But
You guys get a lot of snow? We just had like that snowstorm come
yeah,
through.
yeah, I think we got about like 8 inches here
Oh
or
wow.
so.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. My apartment complex really didn't do a good job shoveling, so
Nice.
I was able to get in,
Okay.
thankfully, but yeah, it's bad. You would think being up north where they're used to the snow, it'd be better with the
Yeah.
plows, but it takes them like a day or two to actually get things
Okay.
under control. So,
Yeah.
but
We got
it's
about
a
four
decent one.
inches. Not too bad.
Yeah, no, it's not terrible.
No.
But my bud is I actually randomly kind of contrary to the fact that I hate the cold, have been wanting to get into snowboarding for the longest. And I finally got a plug from one of my friends who knows someone who's selling their snowboard for super cheap. And it's like a
Mm.
lot of convincing for me to even send the message to think about wanting to buy it.
Mhm.
And I was like messaging back with him all day today. And impulsively bought a snowboard, or I will be buying one tomorrow from
Sure.
him. So my bud is probably like the excitement of making the most of being up here and being in the snow and like actually learning a new activity that I've wanted to learn for the longest. So
Right.
really excited to get into snowboarding and see how I pick it up. Hopefully I don't fracture my wrist again, which I
Yeah.
did ice skating in January, but
Jeez, dude. Yeah, man. I'm more of a skier myself.
really? Okay.
Well,
How long have you skied?
the first time I ever skied was junior year when I went to Colorado
No
with
way.
Jimmy. Yeah,
Wow,
yeah, that was
bro.
the first time
That's
I
so
ever
sick.
skied.
Dang.
Yeah.
And do you go often now?
Uh, Not really. It's a little more expensive.
Yeah, honestly.
But that and like there wasn't really many places to do it in Missouri, or at least where we lived in Missouri.
Yeah.
There sure as hell weren't places to do it in Georgia when my
Yeah,
parents moved
no.
out there, and then I was in college, so you know. But
Yeah, it's hard, bro. I think like that's literally the only reason why I want to now possibly get into like snowboarding is I went snowboarding for the first time ever. Actually, when I visited Wisconsin, going into actually no, it would have been our senior year of college, when I came here for a visit. Maybe it was junior year. I don't know. And so I was like, I well, actually no, it was spring. I think it was over like our spring break or something, maybe junior year, and went to like this one place, and we were like my parents and I were just going there like possibly for tubing.
I prefer when there's snow on the ground when it's cold. I don't like cold just for cold.
Yeah,
Like I'd prefer
bro,
cold
it's
with a
rough.
purpose.
It's rough. Like
Yeah.
cold and rainy, bro. Like you could give me like actually let me not be ungrateful. It could be something very good could happen to me, and it's cold and rainy, and my mood is like
Yeah,
automatically gonna
days
be
shot, 100%.
like
Yeah.
actually, it's terrible, bro. I
Yeah.
hate that weather.
Well, Rosebud Thorn, wonderful. That's how we do it. I love it. I like to personally end on the positive note. There's a lot of rough things in the world, so
Facts.
I like to try
That's
and
very true.
we like to try and stay positive. We're a positive podcast. We'll start positive and end positive. We might hit a little bit of a low point in the middle, but yeah. So, if you could be any superhero, which superhero would you be?
Like I have my own powers, or like
Okay, well,
it's like can I say like an Iron Man or like
yeah. Like a hero that is already in existence. If you could be one of them,
Oh man, dude.
and then
Uh,
maybe we'll pivot to like if you could have superpowers, what's the superpower you would have? But
shoot, bro.
I know it's a tough decision.
Dude, I'm okay. I don't want to spend too much time on each of these questions.
Hmm.
And I already said Iron Man 3, so I won't do Iron Man for this one.
I
Bro,
mean, you
probably Black
can.
Panther, I think,
Who?
because like Black Panther.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
because
Yeah.
I think like him as a superhero, like I'm looking at T'Challa, so I am not only the Black Panther, but I'm also the King of Wakanda. So
Yeah.
I literally have control of all vibranium, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm like so badass
You
with
get a dope
my
suit too.
skills. My suit is insane,
It
bro.
looks
Like,
so cool.
dude, and like I already love big cats, and
Mm-hmm.
being in a suit where I get to embody that, bro, is
That'd
like
be so cool.
amazing.
That'd be
I
super
would love
cool.
to be Black Panther, I think.
Damn, dude,
And
you're
I love
swaying
Chadwick
me on
Boseman.
Black Panther. Damn.
Dude, hey, come on, like such a slept on for what everyone wants to say Superman, Batman. No, forget those, bro.
I want
Do
parents. I
something.
don't want Batman.
Up facts, bro.
Sorry.
I'm gonna be depressed, bro.
I like my
I have
parents.
a
I don't.
butler and Jesse. Like, come on now.
All right.
I wouldn't have a dad. Oh,
That is true. You wouldn't have a dad. Well, no, you'd have a dad.
but
For
my
a
dad
little
would have
bit.
died. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be a play on like the whole black. We'll skip that. Let's skip.
Oh. Oh. That's crazy. That's insanity. I can't believe I didn't clock that.
Well, no, it was technically in both ways. It was both ways. So you did catch up. You did catch up.
All right. We'll move on from that one.
That's interesting,
How do you
though.
feel about the new Superman movie?
I actually really liked it.
Loved it. I thought it was so
It's
good.
it's interesting because now, like, I told myself right after I needed to rewatch Man of Steel,
Hmm.
but like now I really need to rewatch it and see, like, dude, do I like a happy, bright, super great Superman movie with the little dog,
Hmm.
or do I want like something more dark and serious?
Right.
Um, and I think first take, I think I probably like Man of Steel a little bit better, but I don't know, it was really good. I really did like it. I like the suit too. I actually really
Loved
like
the
the suit.
suit. My
was
thing
great.
with it, and I think I've said this on the pod before, but is Man of Steel is what if Superman was Batman?
Mm,
He's just
I
Batman.
like that. Yeah.
He's broody. He's quiet. He's serious. That's just Batman.
That's
He's just Batman with Superman's powers. And then
I
Superman
love
is
that.
like the Superman movie is Superman how Superman's supposed to be,
Yeah.
or at least a younger Superman is But
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna last question, and then we're gonna get into the real meat of it. What is your
Okay.
favorite movie theater moment / memory?
I think it's gotta be Endgame, bro.
Yeah,
Like, did we see Endgame together? Because I saw
yeah,
Okay, I thought so. Was it the first time?
yeah. We saw Endgame for the first
Okay,
time together.
dude. Like being in that theater, hearing "On Your Left" for the first
The
time,
portal scene. Yeah,
dude. I might have actually cried. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like,
I I think I cried when Iron Man died for sure.
oh, for sure. Oh yeah, I think
For
I was sobbing
sure.
at that. I
Oh
think
yeah.
I've cried like multiple times in Endgame.
Oh yeah.
Honestly,
I think I did too.
dude. It's like that scene for me was my first example of a theater not being silent, like at all. Like I
Same.
feel like up until that point, I don't think like I've heard like subtle claps at the end of a movie, but I had never experienced like everybody out of their seat like yo, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
And then
no.
obviously we saw it, with the Spider-Mans. I actually rewatched that video, like the portals
Hmm.
opening up for that, and Andrew Garfield and Toby walking in. But
My theater,
that's just
dead silent for that.
no
Dead silent.
way.
Not a single person. Maybe like one person
What?
going like woo, but like that's it. Dead silent.
Bro, I think we had people like, what? And then we had like two people that like started clapping.
Yeah.
I was like,
Crazy.
dude,
It wasn't like
that's
the
actually
portal scene where everyone comes in like at all, but like yeah, crazy
yeah.
stuff. I think that's my favorite one too. For sure
It's
is
gotta be, bro. Like
portals for the first
I
time.
actually remember like watching that for the first time. I like, bro, I'm almost getting chills now, like remembering it.
I
Like
am
that
getting
was
yeah.
such a like surreal moment.
And then watching like I didn't even realize like at the end of it when they did like the signatures and stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't know that was a thing. That was so cool. That was
I
so
think that
cool.
might also be time that I was emotional, I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
Just cause like that's the end of an era, bro.
Dude,
Like,
facts,
ah,
man.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be my moment for sure.
Yeah. I agree with
That's
that.
it.
I agree. That was my moment too. Um, because it was you and me and either Ben or Jimmy. I want to say it was
Do you know? Okay, if you
Ben.
do you know where we were?
Nope. I do not know where. Like I don't know which movie theater, but
Because I was
um,
gonna say if I can remember the movie theater, that might help me. Bro, I don't know.
re-
Was it not just us? Because I thought that it was
it
like
might
we
have
were
just been
with.
you and me.
Because I thought, if anything, I was like, bro, this is too good for like the first time to see it with someone who isn't a big Marvel fan.
Oh, yeah, I think they were just kind of like, that's a good point. Let's see, that came out in what, 2019?
Yeah,
2020?
2019. It had to be 2019. Can't be
Yeah,
twenty.
it would have been 2019 because words. Yeah. Infinity War was 2018.
Now, Infinity War could be a close second. Because I remember that movie ended, bro, and I was pissed. Like, I
Yeah.
went to go see that with one of my friends, and literally, I kid you not, from the moment the movie ended till we got in the car and like drove halfway home, we did not say a single word, like at all. We were just trying to process everything.
I
And we are
think
like, no way this just ended like that.
I think Endgame was like the first time that like I didn't think I remember going into this movie going, well, okay, we have Endgame though.
Hmm.
Like how they're gonna beat Thanos here because that's what happens in superhero movies.
Exactly.
Like you can't not beat Thanos here. Like what are they gonna do? Like and then what happened, and we're like, I can't believe they just did that. Without further ado, that concludes our hot seat.
Thank you.
And
That was
that
fun.
brings us to the segment of the hour. Stranger Things Season 5 came out a little less than a week ago. As of recording, it came out a week ago as of posting. Give me. We're gonna do scores out of 10. So think about it for a second. I'll count it down. I'll go 3, 2, 1, and then we'll both say it at the same time. Okay, 3, 2, 1, 9.2.
9.
Yeah.
I'm at a 9. 9.2.
Yeah. It was almost perfect.
Like, I was literally sitting here like, what could I dock it on?
Yeah.
And I think there are like certain details that I would have liked them to include, like to establish where we were and where we came from, from 4.
Yeah.
But dude, like I kind of want to go into detail about this later, but to kind of say now, like since the episodes have released, I have gone and looked at like a lot of the behind the scenes stuff that went into the making of the season.
Right.
And that actually made me like appreciate these first 4 episodes like on a completely different level. Like
Interesting.
how certain scenes were shot, like the effects of some of the Demogorgons and like, some without spoiling like certain scenes in the finale or in episode 4 that were just really cool and intricate. And I'm like, bro, like if you don't watch this, you think that this is like, normal for
just stuff.
a movie. Bro, this is like a TV show doing action movie level effects and like quality. And I'm like, bro, this is so good. And most of these, I mean, obviously, like our main people have been like in Stranger Things in this world for 9 years now. But it's like even new characters that are brought in, like their level of acting is just really good. And I'm like, wow.
Like Derek, dude.
I love Derek, bro. I
was on on the phone with my sister today, and she was talking about how she wished that these were released on a weekly basis. And I was like, I mean, they wanted it. Netflix said no.
Bro, if they would have done that and like led it up to New Year's, that would have been so good.
That would have been sick. But I go, well, Netflix shot it down. And Sarah goes, well, Netflix can suck a fat one.
You can suck a fat one.
And I was like, Netflix can suck a fat one. You're right. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay because I'll soften Netflix up.
Oh, yeah. I thought, again, without going in super detail, Robin is so good. Just perfectly awkward. I mean, she's got blonde hair now too. Like the full blonde. I remember watching season 3 when Robin's like first introduced. And I remember the first time watching it, I was like, everyone's talking like, oh, Robin, or, Maya Hawke, she's so pretty. And I was just like, the first time watching it, I was like, I don't
exact same thing. Exact same thing.
And then I rewatched it, getting ready for this new season. The entirety of season 3, every time Robin's on screen, it's distractingly beautiful. I'm like, oh my god, she's so amazing. She's so beautiful. And then I was just like, huh. I'm learning things about myself.
There you go.
I'm like, I like it.
Dude, I don't think it really hit me until I saw her in episode 1 of season 5. And I'm like, Maya Hawke? Uma Thurman's daughter?
Yeah.
I'm like, what? And then I think that's the other thing. Like, I had never seen her mom in her until season 5.
Until the blonde,
and I'm like, it's gotta be the blonde. It's the blonde,
yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Well, and her nose. She's got the Uma Thurman nose.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, episode 1 is. I loved it. I loved the whole premise of it. I thought like they hit the ground running. I don't think like they picked up immediately. They left on that cliffhanger, and they weren't just like, like a lot of times Stranger Things or like TV shows have this bad habit of like leave it on a cliffhanger, and then the first episode is like, we're ignoring the cliffhanger and
Yeah.
we're easing you back in. Not the Duffer Brothers. The Duffer Brothers were like, "Hey, remember 4 years ago when we did something? Guess what? Boom!" And it's like, "Well, okay, cool, awesome. I like it. I don't want to be eased into this. Make this different." And I thought they did a fantastic job. Um, like you said, the new characters in this are
Yeah.
amazing. They're so good.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I think for me, specifically about season or episode one, like you said, bro, like I love the fact that we actually the first thing we see, and obviously, hopefully, this is preventing spoilers, but the first thing we see is them showing us how season one and season five are connected,
Yeah.
and showing that that's going to set up what we get into in the season.
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, to hit the ground running. I think every episode, bro, like the start of every episode is like hitting the ground running.
Yeah.
I think my only gripe about the first episode though was that there were a lot of questions that I told you about that I was like, bro, I feel like we
Right.
could have like answered this and they like kind of answered in passing that I'm like we could have maybe spent a little bit more time about
Mm-hmm.
this. That I would have liked in terms of like now what's established in like in the season, which we can get to when we're spoiler free. Um, but I think that's the only downside that I had, and that only knocked it off like maybe half of a point was
Right.
like them not establishing everything. Because like I would say this, I think I could have gone without rewatching seasons one, two, and three, and would have been able to like understand everything. I think
Mm-hmm.
season four is really important to rewatch in
Right.
terms of like prepping for this because it continues right after. Um, but they, like you said, they did a really good job of continuing everything. I thought that was great.
Yeah. I think one of the thing like kind of going adding on to like your gripe a little bit. It's like it's the one thing I think that I
Yeah.
can take off for this. Um. Well, it's one of two things, and the other thing
Hmm.
is not enough that I can take points off. But it's like
Yeah.
I remember going into episode 4, the final episode that's been out, going, I have a laundry list of questions.
You saw mine exactly, bro.
I was
Like,
like, what the heck is going on here? Right? Like, I thought I had answers. I thought like I understood in season 4.
hmm
Like, cool. They opened the rift in season 4. Spoiler alert for a 4-year-old season.
nice.
uh, they open this big old rift in Hawkins, and it starts spewing stuff. I was like, okay, great. They're gonna turn. They're gonna try and they're pulling a Transformers. They're gonna try and terraform the Earth into whatever. All right, that's
Right.
Vecna's plan. Rock on. We get it. Now they have to save the world from becoming the Upside Down or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. I didn't love how it was like, that happened, and then like 1 year later, you're like, a year later.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean a year later? It started spewing like Mount Vesuvius out here.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
that was a little confusing. And then like, but I thought they did like the recap of like, here's what's been going on since you last saw us. Boom. With the squawk and everything. I thought that was amazing.
That's so good, bro. Oh my gosh, the
But
squawk, man.
but dude, I remember like going into episode 4 with a list of questions longer than like a ingredients list on a soda can. Like it's just, and yeah, they answered most of them. Not all of them, but they answered
No.
most of them. Um but like that was the one thing that I remember like kind of going like I had these questions, and I'm like, I don't like that this is the last episode and I have all these questions. Like, I get it that we're going to get 5 more. Like, this isn't the last episode of the season. If it was, that'd be a huge issue. I get
For sure.
it's
Yeah.
the 4th episode of a 9-episode season. I get it.
8.
Is it? No, it's 9.
It's 8 because it's they're doing 3 on Christmas and then 1 on New Year's.
I
Because
thought
I
that,
remember I was mad because it should be 9, but it's the right side up. Escape from Kamata's, The
Camazotz.
Bridge, Kamazotz, yeah.
So
The
they're
Bridge,
only doing 3. Are
yeah,
you?
yeah.
I hate this. I hate Netflix.
Yeah. No, I was mad because
I hate
and it
Netflix.
makes sense though because if you look at the trend,
It's
I think
eight
season
nine
one
eight
is
nine
8, 9,
eight.
8, 9.
Yeah,
So I was like, okay, it makes sense.
it
But it's
makes
like,
sense.
bro, you're going out like on season 5, ended with the bang, bro.
I will say though, they had 9 episodes in season 4, and they were all over an hour long.
Yeah.
The last episode of season 4 was 2.5 hours.
They already announced. I saw right before we got on that they announced that the finale is going to be 2 hours and 5 minutes. It's not
That's
even longer than the season 4 finale.
it's a
How?
movie, dude. Each one of these episodes, the shortest episode of season 5 so far that I've seen, is episode 1, and it's 55 minutes long. The rest of them,
Yeah.
they continue to go up. It's like
Yeah.
55 minutes, an hour and 5, an hour 15, an hour 22. You're like, all right, cool, I get it, and I'm here for it. I love the long form
Me
episodes.
too.
I get it.
Me too.
At the same time, it's a TV show, brother. Like,
Facts. Facts.
you're
Which I
releasing a
think, though,
movie.
I think that's why I appreciate like looking at the behind the scenes because it's like that's where you see that these like this is a movie. Like it's 8
Oh, yeah.
mini movies in placed in one season.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
bro, some of these effects like are literal like movie effects that
Yeah.
they're putting in a TV show. And I'm like,
It's
dude, what the
insanity.
heck? Like it makes sense why this is so long, why there's so much detail. you
Yeah.
know?
I thought about it. I was like, all right, you know, can I take points off for how it was shot? You know, how it looks. Things like, nope. It's perfect. It's
Mm.
perfect. It's shot perfectly. It's cut perfectly. Everything looks amazing. Vecna
Yeah.
looks cool. Vecna looked a little funny last season. Vecna looks
I
awesome.
almost kind of want to give points off on Vecna's look.
Really?
not
You
gonna
don't
lie.
like it? You like pudgy Vecna?
Bro, I thought about this, dude, and
You
I
like
cannot.
pre-Ozempic Vecna. Okay.
I really do. I really do. If I
Okay.
kid you not, bro, if I'm looking at season 4 and I'm looking at season 5 Vecna, showing the transition of Henry getting thrown into Dimension X
Mhm.
and then like seeing his body, turn into the Vecna body,
Mm-hmm.
like makes me appreciate season 4's effects. But then also looking at the behind the scenes and like the actual like makeup that Jamie had to go through to be placed on that. Bro,
I will say I like Vecna's look in season 5 better, but I didn't have a problem with season 4.
I don't think I have a problem with season 5. I just think I like season 4 more. Now, dude, oh man. The trailer's been out, so if you don't know what Vecna looks like, then
Right.
sorry. But, dude, you can't tell me that Vecna does not look like a combination of Groot and Ultron, bro. And ever since I thought about that, that's all I've been able to think about. Like, they don't even feel like the vines in the Upside Down. They look like little tree branches.
They do look like little. You're not wrong.
And
And
I'm
dude,
like, dude,
there's
what
a
the heck?
there's a
I'm like,
scene
this
we'll get
literally
to in
looks like
spoilers
Groot.
that goes with that.
I'm pretty sure I know which one you're talking about, so I'm excited.
Yeah.
to talk about that.
I don't know. Okay, so I actually didn't even realize how much I liked the Vecna season 5 until I saw them side by side. Like I saw like
I
a
gotta see side by side.
like I saw like a
Okay.
meme of like looking them side by side, and it was like looks like Vecna found the Ozempic or something like that. Um, and like it's
Oh my
like
goodness.
season 4, season 5, and dude, like season 4 looks like compared to season 5, it looks it might just be the picture, honestly, or like the surroundings, but it looks like one of those like a kid dressing up as Vecna for Halloween, but he's like a little like too pudgy. And then like he ate too much candy and he's sitting in the doorway like, "Mom, I fruit up." Like versus like, "Yeah, dude, Mom, I fruit up." versus like yeah.
Okay, no, you're right. I definitely see it there.
And
I definitely see it.
like I didn't have a problem with season 4 until I saw that. And I was
Why
like,
would someone do that, bro?
it's a little goofy looking. It's a little goofy looking. Um and now I
It's-
think he looks a little bit more badass. But
I really do like it though. Like
neither of them
I'm
are bad.
hating on it, but it's really good, bro.
I think it's one of those where it's like you and I are both like hating on it, but it's like, you know, we're taking it down a peg from like it's an 11 to a 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
this is perfect, but like it's less perfect than perfect, you know?
yeah.
Like,
And like I think I'm giving it hate, but looking at the behind the scenes of the
mhm,
specific like of literally like the makeup artist describing Vecna's suit,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, like this is actually so intricate. Like it's not even
Hmm.
funny. Like
Well,
this is so good.
and that's one of the things that I actually really liked about this like version of Vecna is like I feel like the suit design for Vecna is like that much more thought into. Like I feel
Yeah.
like it's like that much more otherworldly. They put
Mhm.
time into this. It feels
Yeah.
like kind of like they were trying to do something with Vecna and they're like, ah, just slap something together. Like
Mhm.
that looks good. That's not quite what we're trying to go for, but he's not quite in his final form yet, so it's cool. Go.
Yeah.
And then like they're like, no, we got it. We got it now.
Exactly. Because I mean, they talk about how they implemented the details of how we end season 4 with his look and
Hmm.
how that shaped his new look. Like they talk about, obviously, like you said, spoilers for a season that's been out for 4 or 5 years at this point. But they talk about, how there are holes, where he got shot from Nancy. They
Yeah.
talk about the fire burns on his face and on
Hmm.
his body that are about his new form, and how they brought in the vines from the upside down to cover up those scars. And I'm like,
Hmm.
dude, like
Dude.
that's so good, man.
And fucking walk him down, Wheeler, dude. Yeah,
It's my,
man.
it's my girl. Sorry.
Homie. Absolute. Um. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Do we have anything, you know, unspoilerly that we want to talk about other than just
I would say this is
fantastic?
okay. I actually have a question for you, but then I also want to say this.
Okay.
Um, I think because I've been trying to convince a lot of my friends who watched Stranger Things a while ago, um, to go about a rewatch. Because I started a rewatch, I think maybe like 2 months ago,
Hmm.
because I knew it was coming out, and I was like, I don't want to have spoilers, when it comes out and be behind and miss everything.
Hmm.
So I started rewatching season 1, automatically fell in love with it again. Like I
Oh yeah.
think rewatching this probably solidified it as probably one of my top 5 favorite shows of all time.
Hmm.
And I would say for people that are like on the fence about like if it's worth going about a rewatch, to like if you have the time and if you're willing to, please do, because
Yeah.
not only does it make you appreciate, like, dude, in the first 4 episodes, like I could tell you specific moments from all 4 seasons that are very important that you should have remembered,
Oh
like
yeah.
that make this season like so much more heavy.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
think it's like if you just go about like I'm gonna watch a recap of seasons 1 through 4. It's like, bro, you're gonna miss so many little details that like
Right.
I have one that I found out like today that I was like, bro, like I didn't even pick this up, but I
Hmm.
remember what they're talking about.
Yeah,
So if
like
you have the time, I'd say go about like rewatching
yeah,
all
I agree with that. I mean, like they kind of try and tie this in season 4, but there's like an episode there's a episode in season 3. 3. That's the one with the
Mhm.
mind flayer, right? At the Battle of Starcourt.
Mind Flayers 2.
Battle of
Or
Starcourt.
sorry, Shadow Monster Mind Flayer. Yeah, season 3.
Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
Where Will and Mike are arguing
Mhm.
because Mike was kind of being a little bit of a jerk right after they just got dumped, and Will's like, "Let's play D&D." Um, and they're arguing in like the garage,
Mhm.
and Will's just like, what did you think? Like, or like, look, like, did you think we weren't gonna get like girlfriends? Like, it's not
It's
our
not
fault
my
that
fault
it's not
you
my
don't.
fault that you don't like girls. Like,
Yeah,
and you're just
yeah,
like, oh, okay, he's just not there yet, or whatever. Or
yeah.
like, what did you just think we were gonna sit here and play D and play dress up all day, like for the rest? And he's like, yeah, I guess I did. And he just like walks out, and you're like, dude, what the hell's that all about?
Right.
And it ties that moment and that scene into season 5, and I'm like, I didn't
Yeah.
think that that was gonna be important. I didn't think
Dude,
that
like
was gonna
at
be
all.
something.
Like rewatching season like that specific moment, I'm like, yo. I'm like, this is foreshadowing some of what happened in season 4, and like you said, what we've kind of seen in season 5 as well.
Yeah, like the whole like I got some stuff about Will on season 4, but
Oh,
I don't like how they had. I thought how they handled Will after season 2, before season 5, was awful. So seasons 3 and 4, I thought they took Will's character and they were like, okay, Will's character, cool.
that's literally all he does for 2 seasons.
Yeah, that's he's near. That's all he does for 2 seasons.
Here.
He's here. He's the Spidey sense of the group, and that's it. He does nothing. What else does he do? That little like speech in the van with Mike, like no, and I went to go.
You're killing me. I completely agree with you though.
Don't get me
I
wrong.
completely agree.
I love an unrequited love story thing.
Facts.
I get it.
Facts.
I love it. It's not that he's gay. I don't care that he's gay. If he's gay, cool, go for it. Do it like you did Robin. Robin's character is so much better written, and they take Will's character and they're just like, cool, bye. You're gonna take a back seat for 3 seasons, like, and
Couldn't have said
then
it better.
they're gonna try and give him the same treatment as Robin, but do it so much worse. Like,
Yeah.
how you gonna do my boy Will like that? I liked Will in season 1 and 2 because he was fantastic in season 1 and 2, and then they sidelined him,
Yeah.
and he just becomes annoying.
Yes.
He
Like
ju-
actually,
th-
I love like you said how they went about doing things with Robin, and I think it's also like Robin's character versus Will's character, and
yeah.
I think for it, like you said, we can get into this about season 5, but okay, I won't bring that up
You know
yet
what? Actually,
'cause
now that I feel like unless you
okay.
have something unspoiler, like spoiler free to talk about, if you have something
Yeah,
else to
actually,
bring up,
yeah, one more. Okay,
okay, go ahead.
what would you say is your favorite season? 1 through 4. I guess we
One
haven't
through
finished 5.
four. Oh.
I'm very curious.
Okay, well, what would you say?
I think I was talking to my cousin about this. Literally, like the first cold open of season 3, I like, bro. I remembered everything about that season
Is he
just from
here?
like the first 2 minutes, bro.
Hi,
Ooh,
I'm Dustin. I'm Robin.
bro.
Nice to meet you.
Like
Is he here?
season 3, dude. Like
Season 3 is
speechless. I
my
think
favorite
season
season.
3 is out of
It
10.
is my favorite
It's
season.
really 10.
I would go and watch season 3 just on season 3 alone. Like, just go and
I
watch
think I
season
would.
3.
I think I would. I think I would too.
It's the best.
Because it's like, I think, first off,
Never ending story.
my girl, well, yes, Never Ending Story is absolutely amazing. Probably one of my favorite scenes, I think, of.
I've
Orange
rewatched
Juice.
that scene specifically, like while they're singing, like 70,000 times. Because one, the singing is amazing, but two,
Facts.
pick a different person to watch every time you rewatch it. It gets better.
Absolutely.
It gets better.
Absolutely.
It's so
I
funny.
absolutely love it.
Sorry, anyway, your
And
girl.
Sadie Sink, bro.
Dude.
That's just me, though.
Dude.
Sadie Sink is amazing.
I love the development of Max and Elle. Like their
I do
relationship.
too.
It's
I
so
really do
good.
too.
It's so
Oh my
good.
goodness, bro. We end with season 4, or we not end, but with season 2 is, Elle thinks that Max is trying to get with Mike and all this. And then
Yeah.
it's like now it's like actually including Max in the group, and she also has another girl to kind of hang out with.
Yeah, I
And
love
I
it.
love Lucas as
They're
well.
playing
So
spin the bottle to see who they spy on.
that's
Like,
oh my
that's
god.
so cool, dude. Like,
I don't think
that's just
honestly, I
kids
think
being
season three
kids.
might be one of the top like seasons for a show. I think,
You know
and
what?
it's like I don't like gruesome stuff, but that like the quality of the dismembering, bro, was
Yeah.
so good, bro.
Dude, it's so good. The whole now,
Oh my god.
weirdly enough, that's one of the seasons that's kind of like split. Like some people,
Really?
like you either love it or you hate it. Yeah,
Huh.
I
I
love
wonder
it.
what the general public says the best. I assume
I
they
don't
probably say
know.
four.
I don't know. Um, I would assume
Four is
4. I would assume 1
four.
or 4.
Yeah.
But I love the Russian plot of it.
I do too.
A lot of people. That's what like kind of gets a lot of people. Is like
I think it does
Russian.
kind of have some under like how does a Russian base get built in the bottom of a mall and nobody kind of like raises.
Because the mayor is
But like still, like you mean to tell me that outside of the mayor, no one's gonna question why these Russians are trying to build something in the bottom of a mall?
well, we all know
For
why they're trying to build it.
yeah. I don't know. That was just one of the things that I was like, huh. I feel like we could have asked some questions about this.
Yeah, for sure, we could have.
I think the deaths in that season were heavy.
I
Alexi,
think, yeah,
Billy kind of hurt me just because like
I
his
hated the
last
character. Yeah,
did
I
not
hated
like
the character ever since he stepped on stage or onto the screen.
Yeah,
But then his last moments and like his whole backstory, it doesn't redeem him,
facts. Yeah,
but it shows that he's a character who could have changed. It shows that he was just broken. He wasn't a bad guy. He was just broken.
yeah,
And it's like, oh, if you give him time, if you give him the love, if you know,
yeah,
and I think that's what hurts it so bad, right? And
yeah.
the implications of the end of season 3 for the rest of the series is insane. You think like, oh,
Yeah.
Billy sacrifices himself, whatever. Okay, sad scene, blah blah blah. No, because
That's literally what sets up season 4.
it's what sets up season 4 and what sets up season 5. Well,
That's so
parts of
crazy,
season
bro.
5.
Parts of season 5. Yeah,
Because you're sitting there, and I actually didn't get this until recently. Like I saw something on it, I saw a Twitter post of all things on it, and it was like, oh no, one of the things that makes running up the hill so good is that it wasn't like, yeah, it was Max's favorite song, but go and listen to the lyrics. Like,
bro.
it's not just because it's a good song, it's because that's
No.
how Max was feeling. And
Yeah.
that's what Vecna targets. Is she's listening to this song because if I only could, I would make a deal with God and get him to swap our places, because she feels like she should have been the one to die instead of Billy. And if she could do that, she'd run towards it. Because she feels like she should have been the sacrifice. She should have run and saved Billy.
Well, maybe she should have I was gonna make a spoiler joke, but
I think we can get into spoilers now. Season 3 is my favorite season.
for sure.
I think the whole every season that Robin is in is perfect. It's so great. I love her character so much.
And every season that has Robin, an equal number, not an equal number, but has multiple lines of Robin, of Max, and of Karen Wheeler.
Dude. Speaking of
Awesome.
walk 'em down wheelers, dude. Okay, we'll get into spoilers because I have nothing else better to say. Nancy comes by it fucking honestly, dude. I mean, Nancy in Karen in season 1 or episode 1, dude. No, 2.
Two.
In episode 2, the wine bottle, dude.
When I tell you, probably one of the best cold opens I've ever seen in a show.
Oh my goodness,
Dude, that entire scene. Okay, best scenes of season 4 or season 5 so far. Max Z, for sure. That's got to be one. The
Yeah,
final battle.
The final battle, yeah.
and it's gotta be the cold open at the Wheeler house.
It
Like,
has
for
to.
sure.
It has
Like,
to. I
bro,
mean,
goodness, dude, that's so good.
I remember. So you started watching it while I was at work.
Yeah.
And you texted me that you were gonna that you were watching it, and I remember you texted me something along the lines of like, "Dude, the beginning of this episode," or something like that. Here we.
It's like first.
Nope. There's a lot of. We texted a lot. Anyway, I'm not finding it. But you were something like, you, oh, brutal. And I was
Bro.
like I hadn't the last thing that I saw was the end of episode 1 where we see through the Demogorgon's eyes that he's running towards the Wheeler house.
Yeah.
And I was like
Yeah.
they're so cooked, aren't they? Like they are beyond cooked. And you were just like overly. And I was like, "Oh no." I thought for sure Karen was dead.
I was gonna cry.
I
was
was
actually gonna cry.
I was upset. I was like, also, I wanted Ted to like do a little more.
And forget Ted, bro. I'm so done with Ted, bro.
I want him to be. I wanted him to get his like redemption a little bit. Like maybe he's not
I did
just Ted
too.
beat Ted, but like,
Bro, I saw someone that said like, I see that we checked in on Karen, but there's no news of Ted. Like,
Nothing.
is he dead?
nothing about Ted. Ain't
They said
nobody
he's in a
care about
coma.
Ted, brother.
They said he's in a coma, but like, oh,
Ain't
bro.
nobody caring about Ted, brother. Also,
This dude's also like playing golf, bro. Like, are we serious right now? Come on.
my question, I think this is something that I didn't think about when scoring.
Mhm.
How is Ted just chilling there in a coma, but Karen's awake? How?
How does that make sense?
How does that make sense? That makes
Okay.
zero sense, dude. You get stabbed by a Demogorgon and slashed across like your like throat chest area. All Ted did was get batted against a wall. How the fuck is that guy not awake? And next to death, Karen
Oh my
Wheeler,
God, bro.
walk him down,
my-
mommy, is like,
I love walking down Monty Wheeler, bro.
it's like crazy, dude. Like how?
She gets it, or that's where Nancy gets it from, bro.
Dude,
And
facts.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at
I'm
it.
not mad at
Dude, I need more Elle and Nancy. I need more of it. I
Yeah.
need more of them together. That was awesome. Them walking
was
into
a
the
cool-
house and like all of that, like, it was awesome.
It was good, bro. I really liked episode 2, bro.
Episode 2 was great. What do you think about Joyce and Hopper in this season?
Okay, I'm kind of interested in it though, because did we go to Enzo's, bro? Well, first off,
Oh
does
no
Enzo's
no no
even
no no!
still-
Not their relationship. Like
Oh, okay.
them as characters. How are we feeling about them?
Oh,
I am curious about their relationship too, but like
I just want to know if they went to Enzo's. That's all
I
care
think
about.
they
But
did, but
they had to, bro, because we saw the little kiss. So we're
Yo, what
assuming
if
they're
Hopper
together. And we'll
dies?
make the joke about, huh?
what if Hopper dies in Joyce's arms and then we see the flashback to the Enzo's date? Because
I think he could. I think leading. We'll get to the predictions. As
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
'cause
yeah.
I'm very good at this. But okay, I would say. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of hard for me to like know if Hopper's like actually being lenient or like strict, because it's like, what did they say? This is like the 87th crawl that they had done. And you mean to tell me
37th.
that L 37th? Okay, that makes a lot more sense. But you mean to tell me 37 crawls and L hasn't gone on one?
because he won't
Oh
let
my,
her.
bro.
Yeah,
Come on, bro. We could be a little bit more lenient. Like, if she's done for 4 seasons at this point.
yeah,
Like,
brother. What do
you
you
can
what
let
do you
her go
mean
on a
it's
call.
too dangerous, brother? Like,
bro, do you know what she's done? She lost her powers and gained them back. Come
nuts,
on.
insanity. Yeah,
Joyce, bro, it had me crying, bro, when Robin was talking about the flux capacitor. Just like, what is
Yeah.
that? Is something wrong?
yeah. I also insanely good callback to season 3 where they went to go watch Back to the Future, dude.
Yes, bro. And then another Back to the Future reference, bro, when they were going through the portal or going to the Upside Down. Because I heard that was like I saw a video that said that was another Back to the Future reference
Oh,
when they were driving.
like they were
the car.
trying to like hit like. Okay. I guess.
I haven't seen Back to the Future, but
Oh, dude,
that's what I heard.
you gotta watch Back
I
to the
know,
Future.
I know.
It's really good.
Classic, bro.
It's really.
I'm trying to
good.
go through a bunch of classic movies, bro.
Yeah,
So
that's
maybe
fair.
I need to ask you for like a list of classic movies.
Back to the Future is a really good. You can watch one and not watch the other two, like
Okay.
the Back to the Future, and not watch 2 or 3.
Mhm.
It's essentially the same movie, but 2 and 3 are worth a good watch. But
That's what I heard about Jaws too. I watched Jaws and I heard like the other ones weren't worth watching.
Deadly
You
Shark,
just watch- Yeah.
not much you can do
Sounds
about
like
it. It's Jurassic World. It's the same thing. Same thing happens.
Facts. Actually.
Still worth a watch. But anyway, so like,
What do you think about them?
I'm very confused.
Mm.
I think they're kind of annoying, both of them.
Mm.
My question specifically is why are both of them mad that they went to go help the Wheelers? Both of
That
them
is
are pissed
true.
off, dude.
That
They are
is true.
both pissed
That is
off.
true. And okay, I honestly get both a little bit. I get Hopper because it's like we want to protect L. But I see the side more of like, bro, we're in trouble. Like,
What are
that's
we
the
supposed to
same thing
do?
about
Let
Hopper's
Holly
speech.
die? Like let Karen and
Right.
Ted die? Like what are they supposed to do? Like
It's like,
it feels
I
like
know
the
I'm supposed to be
entire
obeying the traffic laws. I know I'm supposed to be obeying the traffic laws. But if you call and tell me that my little sister got kidnapped and my mom and dad might be dead in my house, you better not think I'm going under 100 miles an hour getting there.
Nope.
And if I get pulled over, I'll tell the officer that as well. So you can't be mad at me if I'm going to possibly get this Demogorgon that's actually at the house.
that I have beaten before.
Come on now.
It's
Just do that.
It is
Like, what are we
un Demogorgon.
Yeah, Hopper was OD about that one.
Like they're like, we don't take risks because we're not stupid. And then Joyce is like, it's too dangerous. You guys can't go. It's like, I hope you guys both know. You guys are essentially going, nah, just let him die.
Like, actually.
You should have let him die. No, we shouldn't have let him die. Like, what? That's Mike's family, dude. They let you stay in your house, in their house. What do you mean you should have let him die? Like, brother,
That's
what?
their house. That's where you're sleeping
That is
at night.
their house that you are living in at the moment, and you're like, nah, you should just let him die. What, dude? It makes no sense. It makes zero sense that Joyce should be this upset. Hopper is not the chief of police anymore,
No.
but he was, and he still wants to save the world. Are the Wheelers not part of the world? Your daughter's boyfriend's family.
Yeah. Actually, no, actually.
And you're just like, you should have let him die? Huh? The only reason that Karen is still alive is because they went to go do it. They went to do
Like,
that.
Yeah.
Holly
Yeah.
ends up in the same place either way. Like, it sucks, but like... Also, can we power scale the Demogorgons correctly?
How? What do you mean?
How does a Demogorgon get hurt so badly that you're able to track it from a wine bottle, but you're getting hit from an entire battalion of guns and like mounted 50 cals? Fucking nothing?
Nothing.
What?
That really doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense. How does a glass bottle from a drunk woman, like very skinny woman, like not Ronda Rousey. This is like, it's Karen Wheeler we're talking about here, like suburban mom, like a drunk suburban mom with a shattered wine bottle does more damage to this Demogorgon than a 50 caliber machine gun does.
And you know what's crazy? What was our cold open for episode 1? Castle Byers, Will pulls out a shotgun, shoots the Demogorgon in his face.
And it does
what
something.
What does the Demogorgon do? Take a couple steps back, still chases after him. But a wine bottle from Karen Wheeler
hurts it so badly that it has to
Something like
slow
that.
down.
Slows down and loses blood in the upside down. Huh?
Dude, and there was a lot.
That may get some points taken off, but
And
I don't think that's enough to like make me hate it. I think I'm still at a 9, but I think that's
yeah,
something to consider.
but dude, there was a line in there that L had where it was like tracking the blood, and it's like, there's more blood here. It's slowing down. What? Like, yeah, that makes sense because you're spending more time in like one area, so there's more blood or whatever. But the wine bottle, that's what did it. Not the grenades, not the M16s, not the Browning 50 cal, not any of that stuff. Okay,
It's crazy.
cool.
Dude, I think this is another thing because you just brought this up. I don't either. Millie Bobby Brown is a really good actress in playing Elle, or I just don't like the way that she acts. Because I think, like, looking at her from season 1 to season 5, like, she definitely has progressed as an actress. Like, I think that's clear.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, we know that Elle's character is like she didn't grow up normal. Like
Right.
obviously her vocabulary is very limited.
Mm-hmm.
She's, very shy, especially in the beginning, and is like kind of socially awkward because she didn't have like a normal childhood.
Yeah.
And it's like you can tell that in her speech as well. And I'm like, that's
are
gotta
like
be just
Papa.
how Millie. Exactly. I'm like, this has just got to be how Millie Bobby Brown is playing this character. But I'm like, this is the only role that I've seen her in. So I'm like, I don't know if she's just a good actress in terms of playing this, or she's a bad actress in terms of like this is how she actually acts in a way.
Watch Enola Holmes.
Okay, yeah, I have heard that was like her other project.
She's also
Is it good?
in. She's in something that's like it's like called Damsel or something like that. That one's not as good, but Enola Holmes is good. It's got Henry Cavill in it too. So if that's any like, yeah, he's Sherlock Holmes. So Enola Holmes is essentially like Millie Bobby Brown, or Millie Brown, Millie Bobby
Millie Brown
Geo-
Bon Jovi,
Millie Bobby Bon Jovi or something like that. Whatever, Millie Bon Jovi.
Millie Bean Bon Jovi, I think, because Bean is her actual name. I watched this interview with her and Noah Schnapp.
Yeah, and
It
he
was
kept getting it
that's
wrong like 50 million times.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I'm Noah Schnapp. God, he's so me for real. No,
You and Noah Schnapp are the same. That's
we're
awesome.
both named Will. That's crazy. Not gay. Disclaimer.
Happily married.
Yeah. No. So she plays Enola Holmes, who is the younger sister of Sherlock Holmes,
Okay.
and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I would definitely. I watched both of them. The first one's better than the second one, but they're both pretty good. Completely different character. Like completely different. She's actually a pretty good actress. But yeah, it kind of takes me out of it a little bit sometimes too, because it's like, oh, she's acting normally, and then like a weird word comes in. You're like,
True. Not consistent.
no, and it's like, I think it's supposed to show it's like she's still learning,
Mm-hmm.
because she like, it's only been 5 years or 4 years in the world. So like going from saying yes and no for an entire season, or the 3 words she says in season 1 to having full on conversations with general inflection, and then kind of sounding like a foreigner a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I get it, but like it does take me out of it a little bit, where it's like, no, I made 12 seconds. You said if I could go 12 or if I could make it through 12 seconds, I could go on the run. I would like to go home and Eggo. You're like, what? Like, that's not a line, but like, it's like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it feels like. It's like, I'm having a conversation here. I'm talking very fluid. Let's go Eggo. You mean, let's go eat some Eggos? Okay.
Well, actually, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. What are you, Applebee? Are you fruit or bird? It's like, what? Where did this come from? You were just speaking perfect English like 20 seconds ago.
How'd that work?
But no, it does take me out of it a little bit, not too much, because again, like I said, it is supposed to show like her progress, but she's not, quite there yet. I thought, what about like, I thought the whole Dustin thing was very interesting.
In a good or bad way?
I don't know.
I think I'm there with you. I would say when I first saw episode 1, I don't know why I said first. I've only watched it once so far. I'm gonna watch it again for sure before part 2. But I really like the fact that it was like we're getting a serious Dustin. We're seeing him take the end of season 4 to heart, and he's going in with vengeance. I kind of like the fact of him trying to stand up to the basketball guys while his friends are like telling him to be smart. And then we
But they're
progress
right
through.
though.
No, for sure. No, that's what I'm saying. I agree with it. But like I'm saying in terms of like a bystander looking at character growth and development between seasons, I like the fact that it's like Dustin, who is the closest to Eddie, is obviously feeling this on a different level.
Yeah, obviously
than
taking
Will.
this completely differently. Right.
Exactly. And so I'm like, okay, like Dustin, you should be thinking smarter, but I get the fact that you're like trying to, speak up for Eddie passing whatever. But then we get to the point of him acting different, and I really don't like that. It's not the same Dustin that I fell in love with in terms of like his character and his, comedic relief and like the banter between him and Steve. And then I actually watched another video right before this that showed like how, and I think it's clear how much of Eddie Dustin's trying to be like. We see the hair growth that resembles Eddie's hair.
Mhm.
We see him wearing rings that Eddie used to wear.
Right.
We see him wearing the Hellfire shirt. We see him sitting in the cafeteria at the same seat that Eddie sat at. And it's like you can really tell that he's like trying to be Eddie and like carry on his legacy. But another thing that the Duffers hit on was that we see in season 4, but while they're preparing for the battle, that when him and Eddie were fighting in the field, Eddie brought him closer and was like, "Don't change.
Never
Dustin.
change, Henderson.
Never change." And he literally changed in season 5.
I know.
So because of that, after realizing that, I'm like, actually, I don't like this Eddie. Or I don't like this Dustin. Because you're not holding true to what you promised Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I like it or not, or I don't know if I dislike it or not. I don't like it. Like I'm not like I like this new Dustin, but I don't know if I dislike it because as somebody who has like dealt with like losing people or like grief and things like that, like, or been around people who have, in great capacities, losing something like that or someone you're close to and you're still trying to like process it, grieve, like it does really take a toll on you. It takes a toll on who you are, and sometimes you just don't feel like yourself. It's like that sucks, but it is what it is. Like ultimately, that's just how I get that this is, it's Dustin, kind of, this is his big thing. This is his big loss. He's never really had to go through that. This is him trying to process that. It's him being in this dark headspace, losing someone who he's so close to. So I get that. But at the same time, like, never change, Henderson. Never. Don't let them change you. And he does. And like I get it because he's hurting. But like, and your friends are right, dude. Listen to him. The snake in the locker, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah, you're stupid.
Stupid. And we're not stupid. And
we're not stupid.
I like the whole him and Steve thing, because Steve's kind of calling him out, man. Like, the entire time, like, Steve's been, Dustin's guy Like he's been in Dustin's corner, and yeah, grief can make you do weird things, and it can cause weird things in your relationships, and I get that. But like at the same time, man, like why you gotta be such a jackass about it? Like, and I get that's like kind of always how he's been. Is just like the
Mhm.
I'm smarter. Like, do you have to do it?
Yeah.
Like, flashlight. Oh, where'd you get that? Do we have to tell you everything? Like, you're not a child.
Dude,
And he just moves. But like,
can't ask,
do we have to tell you everything? Like when Steve's like, "Oh, where'd you get that?" You have to tell me everything. You're not a child. And like moves in like moving forward. Like that's the kind of stuff like he does, and like he still does it in season 5,
yeah.
but it's got just like more of a bite to it.
Mhm. Yeah.
So like
I paid attention to first grade algebra, unlike Steve, and I'm like, bro, okay.
which funny, objectively hilarious, but like,
Right.
dude, you drew a circle. Calm down.
You drew a circle, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Just chill.
Again, objectively hilarious. But like, but if you were to like say that like a little bit less ugly, I'd like it more.
Exactly. I feel the same way.
Yeah. All right. Final battle. Maxie, the Big Mac.
I think from what I remember, I don't know, like, I'm gonna like, put movies in their own category. TV shows specifically, I think that might be like one of the best like scenes that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I have over time started to really appreciate like camera placement, camera movements, and like, the aspect of like emphasizing on one character as opposed to not. And the fact that they did the part of like Mike leading them to try to get a
Yeah,
radio
dude. Also,
one
Joyce is a
take.
whole ass grown woman. She's there too.
No, actually.
Crazy.
But it's Mike leading them.
Yeah, man.
It's 23-year-old high school freshman in high school Mike.
Yeah, man. I love
But,
it.
dude, like that
The
was
whole
just
like camera
absolutely
following behind them, like how they
now
shot that.
that was the one that I had to I had to watch the behind the scenes, bro, because
Yeah.
like looking at that was absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing the specific camera that they used and like how close he was and how they, fit in the Demogorgons
Right.
when the soldiers were trying to shoot at them. And like, dude, they said that they had 57, I think, stunt people there that had to have specific cues and 50 people that died. And then they had to like work with Finn to be able to like know his placements and like know where the camera was gonna be
Right.
to like lead people out and like when the camera was gonna turn away to like focus on the
Right.
Demogorgon. And that was another part they had to emphasize on. Then they had to bring in Will and like have his placement specifically for when he was gonna lift his arm up for like each Demogorgon. Dude,
This had to have been
when
the longest
when
scene to
Death had
shoot.
for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. I like, and there's probably going to be a big final battle, I assume, in like season 8. That's probably also going to be something similar to this in terms of like
Right.
intensity. But bro, like that is, I can already assume that was probably one of the hardest scenes to film ever in the show. Like that was
Mm-hmm.
so good.
Yeah,
And
absolutely. I
it
mean,
was
there's like a million different things going on.
Vecna's entrance, bro. Like we haven't even talked about that. Like definition of aura, bro. Like I got scared. I literally sat there, bro. I was like, dude, like I feel like he's gonna come after me.
Did you see what
Like,
the
mad
Duffer?
horror,
Did
bro.
you see what the Duffer Brothers said was the inspiration for that?
Um, uh, um, it was a Star Wars reference.
It was the
but
Darth
I don't
Vader
know.
hallway scene from Rogue One.
Yes, exactly.
dude.
And I was like, oh, dude.
Get your special sock out, nerds. Like, I watched that. I was like, ah,
Dude, like
so good.
I don't see how anybody could watch that scene and not be impressed, bro.
Absolute cinema.
Absolute cinema, bro.
It's-
Absolute cinema.
It's fantastic. The final battle. I need to like. There's so much going on. I need to go back and watch the final battle alone.
I think I need to do that too.
Like,
I think I need to like I'm gonna go and rewatch like 1 through 4
mhm.
and prep for volume 2. But I think there are a couple scenes that I want to watch standalone. Like I want to rewatch, the cold open of episode 2. I want to watch the final battle again. I probably want to just rewatch. Oh, hi, dog. I probably want to rewatch the intro again just to like see how they brought in everything. But dude, yeah, like there's so much that you could break down just from that scene. It was so good.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of want to rewatch the Turnbow Trap as well. That was really cool.
yeah.
That was sick.
Also, saw something today. Didn't think about this at all, but it's true.
Mhm.
The Turnbows are still tied up in the barn.
They are still tied.
They're still there. Ain't nobody else there. They just.
I feel like I saw something that said the Turnbows are probably gonna be like confirmed dead, and I'm like they're gonna die like in the next volume, and I'm like, oh,
I don't care
That's kinda
about
sad.
Tina.
I don't care about Tina, but that was funny too. Just eat the pie.
Eat your damn pie. So funny. Do you want down, sweetie? There you go. No. Also, Tina's white.
Bro,
What?
dude, I thought it was just me. Literally all of season 3, whenever Erica will reference Tina, I'm like, okay, Tina's, another black girl that she probably just hangs out with.
For
Like,
sure.
I'm assuming, Tina's a black name. Like, let's be honest. I was like, okay,
Tina
like,
Turner.
Tina. Come on now. I'm like, boom. Like, that's for sure a
Yeah.
black girl.
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
like,
Nope.
when they said Tina, blah, 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 and then Mike and Lucas confirmed her, I'm like, Tina Turnbow. Well, Derek is a Turnbow. Tina's white?
Didn't.
And
Yeah.
I saw her, I'm like, that is not at all what like. That's not even the character I expected to be a Tina.
I gotta be honest.
I'm like,
Little egg on my face here. Didn't realize until Tina opened the door. It did not click until she is knocking on the door. I'm like, all right, Tina, we're gonna see what Tina looks like. She's white. Like that's it. That's
I don't
when
think
I.
it registered until that moment for me. But then I was like, wait, Derek's sister is Tina? I'm like, oh shoot, so she's white then. And then she opened the door. I'm like, bro, what? Like this is a complete shock for me.
Yeah, we're not seeing Tina. We're seeing Becky.
Like, actually, that's not I didn't expect her character to be like this rich, snobby, middle school girl.
Nope.
I'm like, what?
I'm
Like, this is
expecting
literally
middle class,
Becky.
blue collar, some like
Exactly.
Joyce Byers type family. Something or the
Exactly.
Sinclairs or something like something on the same
Right.
level, not like Steve's
Yes.
parents.
Like
I
what
was
the-
not expecting the gentrification of Hawkins. Whenever I when I'm picturing Tina for the last 4 seasons, like.
Oh my bro, this is like out of nowhere, bro. Like what the heck?
But
Steve Harrington's neighbors, practically. Like, what are we doing?
yeah, legit. I actually okay, we got to talk about this.
Okay.
We have to. I think we'd be beside ourselves if we didn't talk about this. Will has powers.
I was just about to say it's
Will
gotta be that.
Will got powers, bro.
Okay, I think my initial reaction that I told you over text was like I was a little confused, because I knew that it was hyped up that Will probably have powers in season 5, so I was prepared.
Yeah.
And I don't think it really hit me like how surprised I was until we see the Demogorgon standing there frozen. I'm like, wow. Like before
Yeah.
I even know it pans to Will, I'm like, wow. Will actually has powers, and this is how they're doing it.
Yeah, I saw something where it was like season 5 spoilers with no context. And it was the Cap with Mjolnir scene.
Yeah.
I was like, cool,
Yeah.
Will has powers. Rock on.
I was like,
Sweet. Got
that's
it.
actually a good comparison. That's a really good comparison.
Well,
I like that.
he's about to stab Thor with his thing, and then he just gets stopped by Captain America with the. We didn't know that he could lift Mjolnir until this moment. We didn't know Will had powers until this moment. He saved Mike, but
Actually love that.
yeah, pretty good.
Probably derived that from that. Didn't even
Yeah.
tell people.
Yeah, and I was like, cool. He has powers. Rock on. But then I saw it.
Yeah.
I couldn't have guessed that that's how they were gonna do that.
I couldn't either, bro.
Dude, I
couldn't
was
either.
like, oh, Will might have powers this season. Like they've kind of hinted at it. Like there are some like spoiler things that maybe I would have seen, but I don't know if I trust it. Yada yada yada. But I was like, oh, but for sure, if they do, it's gonna be like season 111, right? Where it's just like can like kinda crush a can a little bit, and they're gonna progress it over the season.
Yeah.
Nope, that is not what
Straight
happened.
up. Yeah.
Not what happened at all.
And it's so interesting, bro, because I think a reason why I was kind of on edge was like I told you, I was like, how are we going to explain that Will has powers?
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you know, it completely makes sense. Like I talked to you about it, and you know, I watched a lot of, you know, like ending breakdowns of it. Shout out my guy EA Voss, bro. That's our guy.
Yeah,
bro.
that's New Rockstars, buddy. That's where I
New
get
Rock,
all my
bro,
stuff,
big
dude.
shout out to New Rockstar, bro. I always
Huge
watch.
shout out to New Rockstars.
Oh,
If you don't know New Rockstars, go watch New Rockstars for like your stuff. Not sponsored,
Okay.
anything like that. But yeah,
No,
love
no,
New
no,
Rockstars.
bro. Like after every single Marvel movie, I'm like,
I need that Easter
easy
egg base
breakdown,
drag.
right, dude.
Yep, I need that Easter egg
Easter egg.
breakdown.
Easy.
The
And one of the things I
2 hour
was like,
Deadpool one was insane.
absolutely amazing. And I watched every single minute.
Oh,
of
yep,
it.
yep,
I was like,
me
okay,
too.
no, like pen and paper right there. I'm like, oh, okay, I did miss that.
Yep,
Good,
yeah,
good,
yeah.
good job.
Anyway,
But yeah, I think it's like I was like really confused about like how you explain it, and obviously, you know, they explain that like Will from season 1 was connected to, you know, the hive mind,
mm-hmm.
and we see that. Like that's what made me really appreciate the first 5 minutes of, you know, season 5 is us seeing Will get that
Right.
inserted and like seeing Vecna present.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, even though he, you know, still had it affecting him when he returns, but then the mind flayer comes into him, and we see the little things that are like, oh, these are the residual aspects of the virus, you know, that he had. It's like he is doing this because he still feels a connection.
Right.
But no, he's able to harness what I thought was specifically Vecna's powers, but it's like the mind flayer is still in him from Dimension X,
Right.
which is what Henry had, which was in Will in season 2. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, when you consider it like that, it's like that it can make complete sense why he has powers. But
Yeah.
I think another thing is that a lot of people think that L and 8 and everybody else that was in the lab have exactly what Will has right now. But no, they have Henry specific blood. So they got their powers and their abilities from Henry directly.
But Will
Where
got it
Will
from the mind
technically got
flayer.
his from Mind Flayer. Same way that Henry got his. 'Cause if you
Interesting.
Henry never interacted with Will to give him his powers.
Yeah, he did.
How?
Yeah,
From what was connected to him?
yeah.
But that wasn't Henry. That's technically what the Mind Flayer was. I think they're going to explain that Henry, because, and this is going down a big rabbit hole, which could just be a complete theory. But I think they say, and this is completely derived from the Broadway play, that
Which really
The way-
quickly, they have to explain that in the show, right?
they have to.
They have
because
to
I don't see how they can expect people to go to Broadway to watch it
watch this thing.
if they're gonna just be like, oh, like what's happened? You know.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be interesting because they in the show or in the production, from what I heard, it picks up or it starts from Dr. Brenner's father being placed on a ship that gets transported, or his dad's in Dimension X.
Yeah.
And Henry, while he's in Nevada, which is where they're stationed to try to bring his father back, gets transported to Dimension X, where he interacts with the Mind Flayer. In which the Mind Flayer attacks him, gets him his powers,
Right.
and he goes back completely changed.
Right. That's what how I understand it.
Exactly. So then, as we see in season 4, does all that stuff to his family. Brenner gets a hold of him, realizes that it's the same kid, starts running tests on him, tries to make other people. Elle does her thing from what we see in season 4, pushes him back to Dimension X, where he now is interacting with the Mind Flayer, which I think at that point is where he controls it at that point and has control over the Mind Flayer. Which then is what we end up seeing how Vecna is the way he is. I really am still waiting to kind of get more closure about how Dimension X connects to the Upside Down specifically and how that connects to Hawkins. So hopefully that's still to come. But I think where my theory is kind of coming into place is like, yes, Will got his powers from Vecna, but it is the Mind Flayer's powers,
not Vecna's
that
powers.
is what not Vecna's powers, like how everybody else has.
Okay. Which,
But let me know what you think about that, because I'm not completely sold on that. That's just kind of what I've been thinking.
well, that's interesting because it would explain a question that I have.
Okay.
How the hell is he so strong?
Vecna or Will?
Will.
That
How
makes a
the
lot of
hell
sense.
is Will so strong?
And I think it makes sense with that because L, like he still bleeds,
Right.
and I heard a lot of people saying that like, oh, the bleeding may be like Vecna's blood leaving them, so like L and 8, and I was like, okay. that
But
kinda
like,
makes sense.
okay, yes, that would make sense. But conversely, wouldn't that leave them weaker after every use? And that,
True.
and it doesn't.
True.
And it
Because then they're not
doesn't.
getting the reused supply.
And it doesn't.
Ooh.
So I don't think that's what's going on. I think it's just overexertion or whatever.
Mhm.
But
Okay,
with
okay.
Will and all of the other, or with 11 and all the other kids, we see there are some that are more powerful. We see that 11's really powerful, whatever. But still, they have like, they've worked for years to get to this level. Will just suddenly accepts that he has powers and is like, bong, like Vecna level powerful. Like, I'm sorry.
No,
I
you're
love
completely
I
right.
love him. I love 11, but I'm sorry. 11 cannot stop 3 Demogorgons, let alone like in their tracks. Let alone stop 3 Demogorgons in their tracks across the fucking city.
And I think that's why it shows that he's okay. Maybe it's just hive mind connected, right? We know that the Demodogs come from Dimension X.
Right.
I think it's clear that Henry obviously has the Mind Flayer in him. Like he's from Dimension X essentially in terms of his. It would make sense that Will is too because he sees from the Demogorgon's eyes, he sees from Vecna's eyes, and like you said, he can harness their powers at a lot stronger rate because it's all connected. Where I think L is trying to control something that isn't inside of her in terms of being connected.
It's like trying to use like a grip, like a claw thing to pick up a can, as opposed to just using your arm to pick up the can.
Yeah.
That would make sense. If that's the way that it's explained, I'd be okay with it.
I just need them to actually say that so I cannot go off this like speculation that this is what it is. If they don't address that by the end of the season, I think I'll kind of be upset.
Right.
Because I think that's a very crucial part about you have to. Because why does Will have powers?
Yeah,
I
how
think
does Will
that's
have
where
powers?
everybody is ending.
Because right now,
How? Yeah, not why. But
Right
yeah, how does
now-
Will have
like this is going to sound a little crass, I'm not going to lie, but right now, the only explanation for Will having powers is he used the power of gay to get powers. Like, I'm sorry, like it's true.
Actually though.
Like
because
the
I
entire
also thought
season
about it.
he's talking with Robin and it's like, oh well, how do I know if I have a spark? Because he sees Robin in the hospital with what's her name, also can do so much better, but like
Really
can
good.
she sees Robin and her girlfriend together and whatever, and it's like, oh, I can talk to her about this and like whatever and get character development, and I love it. They wrote Will's whole
need it.
thing so much
it.
better this season, so much
Yeah.
better. I hated season 4 Will's writing specifically.
Yeah.
They did it phenomenally this season. Will this season is specifically in this season is one of my top 3 favorite characters.
Of all Stranger Things.
Yeah, like because of this season, maybe not top 3, top 5. It's one of my top 5. He wasn't even in the conversation last season.
Yeah, you could probably count in his lines, honestly.
Yeah. But
I agree. I agree.
but then he starts to have this dialogue and he starts to try and figure things out and he's making this connection with Robin and it's really cute and it's really obvious that Joyce thinks that they're like gonna link up. Like it's really obvious that they're setting up the
Yeah.
like, oh, so Robin, and it's like not Robin, no. Um, but it's one of these things where it's like, the flashbacks of like what Robin says to Will. It's like you gotta accept who you are and accept, you know, who you are inside. And the moment that you do, there's going to be this weight that's lifted off of you, and you're going to find out that you are way better than you could have ever possibly dreamed, and you're going to become the person that you are meant to be. Zero questions, and you're going to feel so completely free, and you're going to love yourself for who you are, that you're going to be able to do things that you never thought possible. And I think that's a beautiful message. And I love Robin so much. But like,
Me
God,
too.
that's beautiful. And then you get to see Will's flashbacks to like him being a kid and playing D&D and doing like building Castle Byers with Jonathan, and playing D&D with Mike and Luke and Dustin, and becoming friends with Mike and doing all of these things and being unapologetically himself. And then he finally accepts it, and then he has powers. And I think it's beautiful, this entire self journey that he's been on in 4 episodes. I think it's amazing and it's beautiful. But that being the explanation for him having powers is stupid,
I can't sit with that.
because that whole thing is like, well, I'm gay now. Powers. Like
I'm like, no.
I, like that's not how that works. I love the fact that you're coming into yourself. I love the fact that you're
Me too.
finally
Me too.
being okay with who you are, and you are,
I love that. I actually really.
because a lot of times, whether you're gay, straight, whatever, it doesn't matter. Nobody feels like they are who they're supposed to be
Yeah.
until they learn to accept themselves for who they are. And the
Yeah.
moment that you do that, and the moment that you, like we see, and like I've been saying, the moment you figure you accept you for you, and you stop trying to fight who you are, the world completely changes. And
Yeah.
we see that. But it doesn't give you superpowers, man.
It doesn't give you
It doesn't
superpowers.
give you
And I think it's
superpowers.
interesting because Will having that conversation with Robin, I don't think equates to him discovering he has powers and doing what he did the same way that Elle thinking about her happy memories equates to her doing all that she did in season 3 and 4 when she was thinking back to a happy memory.
Right.
And it's like Elle did all that and she still, like you said, wouldn't be able to do what she did at the end of season or what Will did. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I just when Will is sitting there and he stops the Demogorgon from getting to Mike, I'm like, yeah, awesome, super great. I'm like, well, Lucas and Robin are fucked.
R.I.P. My guy,
R.I.P.
bro.
And then he's just other hand, and he saves he saves Robin. No, he saves Lucas. It's
He said,
Mike, Lucas, then Robin, right?
and I was like, wait, doesn't have another hand. He's gonna
I'm
have
like,
to
I'm like,
stop one.
okay, I
Yes,
guess
he
that makes
did.
sense. He's strong enough for that. I get, like, okay, we can power scale it that way, sure. Only got one hand. Only got two hands though, my guy. Like, Robin's dead. I'm gonna be pissed. And then he just head up, and
I'm like,
I'm like,
what?
I don't even know if Vecna can do that. I'm like, Jesus, that's
We got to.
insanity.
Oh my goodness. Real quick, before I forget,
Mhm.
you bring up the memories that Will thought on when he was stopping it. I literally watched the video right before this that explained it. And I'm so happy I did because I didn't even pick it up. Going back to season 2, when Joyce and Jonathan are trying to get the mind flare, and Mike are trying to get the mind flare out of Will, they referenced 3 memories to help him remember who he was. Mike talked about when he asked him to be his friend on the swing set. Jonathan brought up them building Castle Byers, and Joyce brought up giving him the coloring book set to help him start drawing. Those are all the 3 memories that Will thinks
Oh my
about
god, I never caught
when
that.
he dude, when
Dude,
I saw it, I was
chills.
like,
Literal
whoa,
chills.
actual chills,
Oh
bro.
my
I'm like,
god. The Duffer Brothers are
another
peak.
throwback to season 2,
Peak.
bro. Like,
Peak,
oh my
peak, peak,
gosh.
peak, 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 peak.
Like I said, bro, you could point out you could point out something from every past season that's already played a key factor in
Right.
season 5. I think that's like the main one for season 2. We see the beginning being one for season 1, obviously. Like, dude, it's just crazy,
I
man.
love the
Like,
fact that like, and we see it in season 5, but like mostly we see it in season 1. It's like Will survived going like, should I stay or should I go now? Because he
yeah,
loved the song, which
yeah.
plays into season 4, your favorite song. It's insane. Okay, I do have this question, because now that I think
Okay.
about this, how long, how long was Will in the Upside Down? Like free in the Upside
Um,
Down, because from the beginning of or episode 1 of season 5, it doesn't seem like all that long, because we see
yeah.
him get to the Upside Down, and we see him like running from the Demogorgon and locking himself or hiding in Castle Byers. We see that in past seasons.
Hmm.
And from the first 5 minutes of episode 1 of season 5, we see he's still in Castle Byers singing "Should I Stay or Should I Go Now?" And then he gets captured.
Okay, so when in season 1 did we see him in the Upside Down singing that? It was like episode like 4 or so.
I don't remember it,
Maybe it
but
was
yeah,
like
it was like decent into.
Is that public knowledge? Like how long he's actually been in the Upside Down?
I don't know. I really
Let me
don't
see.
know. Um, how long?
About a week. That's what I was thinking too.
Wait, so
So about a
he
week.
was in the Upside Down. He was trapped in the Upside Down for about a week.
Right.
So, okay, but it seems like he was trapped.
Hmm.
Like he was captured fairly quickly.
Yeah.
That's at least the picture they're painting is he was trapped fairly quickly. So maybe I'm just
So
misremembering season 1, but it seems like season 1 it seems like he's free for a long time.
right.
And then
Okay,
he
so
just goes silent towards the end, right? Cuz the
yeah.
whole RUN and things like that. Like
Yeah.
he was doing stuff in the buyer's house, which makes it
Mhm.
seem like he's free and they can hear him in the radio and things like that.
So let's try to map this out. So Will's on his way home. Demogorgon stops him.
Right.
Demogorgon takes him.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, there's only 2 gates, right? At Hawkins' lab and the one that's underneath the tree, which is where we assume
Yeah.
Barbara got taken. So we assume that that's the portal that Will went through. Seeing though that they can open up portals whichever and wherever they want, which is another thing we probably need to talk about. Like, was that the same portal that was open? The specific one that, Barb went through.
Mm-hmm.
If that's the case, the Demogorgon would have taken him to the library where Vecna was wanting to hold him.
Mm-hmm.
Will somehow gets away and runs to probably his house, like you said, and that's where he like communicates with his mom. And he's like, he's here, run, blah blah blah. The Demogorgon goes through, probably finds Will. Is he just escaping the entire time?
Until he isn't. I don't know.
Actually, no, I'm tripping. I'm tripping. No, because he sees the Demogorgon on his way home, but he doesn't get taken until he's in the shed.
Yeah.
So there had to have been a rift then at the shed because, see, that also doesn't make
But then
sense
he gets
because he would have seen.
free. He has to
Right.
get free at
Well,
some
he
point.
bought the shotgun, so maybe he shot it and then ran away. But then at that point, he would have only just gone to the house or Castle Byers, close proximity to the Demogorgon.
We have to be missing something.
They could go back and explain that because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, we have to be missing something. There has to be something here that you and I are misremembering, because
Like I'm trying to
that
think.
doesn't
Like
make sense. Like, he gets taken to the Upside Down because he doesn't get transported to the Upside Down.
Right.
Somehow he gets away.
Like, I don't know. Did they
But
explain
how?
that?
I don't know. I just, how does Will get away from the Demogorgon?
I assume it's got to be he shot it. Like, that's the only way that I could see them possibly explaining it.
Okay, this doesn't. All it says is like freaking, you know, he was taken and he's not able to escape and is captured, but he later gets away from it during his time in the Upside Down. So he was initially
How?
captured and pulled into the Upside Down by the Demogorgon. It's suggested that this happened because the Demogorgon used a combination of his abilities and Eleven's powers to open a small portal. He was rescued by Joyce and Hopper. While he was in the Upside Down, he was able to escape and hide and evade the Demogorgon. He would hide in his fort and stay quiet as the creature seemed to hunt by sound and smell. That does not make sense. So, okay, there seems to be no consensus as to how he got away from the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now I have another question. Hopefully it gets answered. Dang,
dude.
But now he has powers. But
another thing concerning the powers. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say we finally get an explanation of why he was taken.
Do we though?
Get a little bit. See, I said the same thing. I was like, I hope they don't leave it for like refresher for also people that are kind of confused about it. All we hear is Vecna explain that I picked you because you were fragile and you were weak, and that's the army that I'm picking right now. That's why I picked Holly.
No,
here,
that's not why. That's not why he picked him.
Is that not it?
No, he explained that he's the reason why he's picking these other kids. Because
yeah. Because the reason for that.
Because he showed
because of that.
he picked Will. He said, because some minds don't belong in this world. And then, but then he's like, but you showed me that minds can be, that people are fragile, and minds can break, and so I broke you. And blah 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 blah. Okay.
And that's why I'm
taking these kids now because they're malleable.
Yeah.
But why pick Will in the first place? Was he just a random guy?
Will in the first place? That's what I'm wondering. And I know that there's a big theory that's going out there about the connection of Joyce and him from the play.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing that we know in that play is that he dated Bob Newby's sister.
Which, R.I.P. Bob Newby. Superhero.
R.I.P. Facts. Bro, Bob Newby, superhero, bro. Probably the death that had the biggest hole on me, I think.
Yeah.
I was very emotional.
I was thinking about this. Bob Newby. It's played by Sean Astin.
Yeah.
Right? Sean Astin famously plays Samwise Gamgee in The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings is an established thing in its canon to exist in Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's the 80s, so the movies aren't out yet. But when the movies come out, do they just obviously they're going to see the movies because they're Lord of the Rings nerds. They like Lord of the Rings. So do you think the party's gonna go and watch Lord of the Rings and see Samwise Gamgee and go, hey, wait a second, that guy looks familiar.
That's Bob.
That looks like, hey, you guys remember that guy who Will's mom dated for a little bit, who died? Yeah, looks a lot like that guy. That's kind of strange, isn't it?
No, actually, that actually. Bro, I always think about stuff like that. Like if a movie is placed in a fictional world.
Yeah.
But it's they bring in real life movies or
Mhm.
events, and I'm like, huh, how would
Huh.
that go about?
Yeah.
Interesting.
No,
But
but
like yeah, I feel like we didn't get a solid answer of why Will was taken in the first place. So I hope that they still explain that. You know.
yeah, and if they kind of just leave it at that, because they were like the things that are going to be three things that are going to be answered in this season are what is the ups or two things are what is the
Yeah.
upside down and why was Will taken in the first place.
Which they gave us a half answer,
They get
but
kind
are
of
they giving us that full answer? Is that the full answer?
well like my theory has been debunked, which sucks because I kind of liked my theory.
Let's hear it.
I thought that he took Will because Will is gay, and I thought Henry was gay.
I thought so too.
So I was
thought
like,
so too.
oh, for sure, man. Like, you know, Vecna hates himself and hates this part of himself so much, and he felt like he didn't belong in the world, right?
Yeah.
So he's gonna pluck Will up because he can see, he can sense him. He's like, oh, little gay guy. Gonna pick up the gay guy, and we're gonna. He's doesn't belong in this world, right? Like that's
Yeah.
his big thing. It's like some people, some minds don't belong in this world.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, the minds that don't belong in this world are the minds that don't conform to heterosexual or heteronormativity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna take all these guys, all these kids that are gay, and they're boom, everybody else dead, right? Like or
Right.
whatever. Um, and he's powerful, and one of the reasons why he's so powerful is because he hates. It's Darth Vader, right?
Mm-hmm.
His emotion and his hatred for himself and the things that he has done drives him and gives him more power, right? So we see that tapping into anger and hatred with these powers can give you great power, but it has limitations. And so it's the tapping into the negative energy and going towards the dark side, or tapping into the positive energy and going towards the light side. Light side wins, right? Like, or it at least balances out. Elle finds out, well, if I tap into the light side, I gain stronger. So we have essentially Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, boom, they're going to come together and be negative emotion versus positive emotion, and right, and we're gonna see positivity wins in the end, accepting yourself and loving yourself, and loving the people, not tapping into hate and all of that. Like, awesome, love the message. And his whole thing was he can't accept the part of himself that he hates the most, and he feels is the most ostracized, so he's going to remove that part.
Yeah. I really like that theory, bro.
I liked it a lot. And I thought the whole with Will accepting who he is, and then finally coming into his powers and being so strong was because he has the support system. He has, his friends who love him, his mom who's with ride or die. He, Robin's there, and, it's like, oh, I'm accepting myself finally. Boom, I'm strong now. That's why I'm strong, is because I'm tapping into this love and this support system. And Vecna's so strong because he's tapping into the hatred and all of this. And it's going to be, no, look, see, the good can come from this. And then I thought, maybe, I don't know, maybe Vecna, you were right all along. Darth Vader, tell your sister you were right, whatever. Turns out, Vecna had a girlfriend. Henry Creel dated Patty Newby.
Man.
So that's
I really want to see the Broadway production now.
Yeah.
Like, if I can ever make it to Broadway, bro, and spend $200 on nosebleed tickets to see Stranger Things.
Yeah. Again, if they don't basically recap that,
they have to.
They have to explain it. And if they don't, that's going to be a huge problem.
Yeah.
That's going to
I
be
didn't even
a
know that they were
huge
making
draw.
a Broadway production of it until the promo of season 5 started coming out.
I didn't know that they were making a Broadway performance of it until after I watched season 5.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
while I was watching season 5. Oh,
And I was
also,
like,
also,
this
also,
is
also, also. So when Nancy and everybody else was talking to Joyce and Hopper about like, oh, Henry Creel, he's one, he's Vecna. Neither of them thought to mention, oh yeah, that guy? You mean the dude who was in the play with us? Nobody thought to mention that they.
bro,
No one thought to mention that Joyce and Hopper were like buddies
bro.
with this dude.
Actually, never thought about that. Wait,
No,
Henry
no one.
Creel? We went to high school with him.
Oh, the guy we went to
What?
high school with? That's crazy.
The guy that I bullied, Jim Hopper. What?
No, that was
I thought
Harrington.
He didn't bully Harrington. I thought it was Harrington and Hopper.
Maybe, I don't know. But like in the flashback it was specifically Harrington.
What, bro? You're so right. I never thought about that.
They
Like,
didn't
that's something
they didn't
that would've
think to
been
like they didn't think to
Hey,
mention
yeah, we went to high school with him.
they were in the play
Even
together.
now, like I said, I see them not explaining it in season 4 because we didn't have like time for a big breakdown, you know.
Yeah.
But you would think that this would be like, yeah, like it's just so crazy. Like I don't think I told you guys, but like I went to.
He
high
was so
school
sweet
with-
when we were in high school. Yeah,
That would have been a cool little fun piece of information.
Yeah, that would have been nice to know.
And
Like
this is another thing
5
too.
hours
I
of
don't know.
content to
Jamie's
go.
just mad young, but it's like my mindset of Vecna is like he's a little bit older than like Nancy and Steve, but he's not as old as Joyce and Hopper. But he's technically
Yeah.
their age.
Yes, that's what I was like, okay, I'm watching season 4, and I'm
Right.
looking at 1, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
1's like I don't know, 22, 28
Yeah,
max.
yeah.
Maximum 20, like late 20s maximum. I'm like, okay,
And he's
Joyce is like 40.
Yeah. He's supposed to be 40? No way.
Here, how old?
How old is Jamie, bro?
Okay, hold on. Jamie Campbell Bauer or whatever.
Jamie Campbell Bauer.
Jamie Campbell Bauer is
Yeah.
37 years old. God damn, he's
He's
37 years old.
37? Dude, I actually thought
Brother,
that dude
can
was, like,
I
20.
have his jeans, please?
Like, actually, I thought that dude was like mid-20s, late 20s max.
How old is he?
37? And how old is Wyona?
Okay, so Joyce Byers is estimated to be around 45, 46 years old.
See?
Winona Ryder's like 60. 54. She's 54. She's not that old.
I was gonna say.
Yikes. I'm sorry, Winona. My apologies.
Mhm.
So okay, so then Jim Hopper's going to be around the same age because they went to high school together.
Yeah.
So they're going to be mid 40s.
I just don't see him as being mid-40s.
Which again, Jamie Campbell Bauer, if Vecna is the age of Jamie Campbell Bauer, that's almost 10 years.
And they're the same grade, right? Supposedly.
Or they're at least within 4 years of each other. Because let's say theoretically Joyce and Hopper were seniors, and Henry
and he
Creel
could've been a
could have been
freshman.
theoretically a freshman. Like, that is theoretically possible.
Yeah.
But still, that would put Vecna at like minimum 43,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
I don't know how I feel
But
about
then
that,
again,
bro.
he was like a fifth grader or middle schooler in the 50s. Like in like 56, 57.
Dude, no, yeah, because when he gets taken to Dimension X,
It's
I'm
in the
pretty
50s.
sure they like, yeah,
Because
yeah. So he was young, and
Yeah.
you know the play was 1959.
the play was 1959, but the play, a lot of that stuff is in the past. Like, because...
No, like the play date was 1959. We saw that on the flyer.
Oh, shoot, you're...
When Max is in that memory, the place said 1959 because she was like, I'm in 1959 in one of Henry's memories.
Yeah, that's true.
And he's technically, I guess, in high school because it was his play that was going. Like, yeah, not the Broadway play, but like his school play.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, and they say that they moved to. Hold on. They say they moved to
Yeah, when did they
Hawkins.
move?
They said they moved to Hawkins in the 50s. And he
Nah,
was
that
like, he looked like he was like max 7th grade, 6th grade. I mean, they were there for a couple years, but like, for him to be 40, or
Okay, Henry Cole is about 12, they say,
When
when
they
his family
moved?
was killed.
when they was killed.
When his family was killed.
Then how was he in high school?
Wait, okay,
Then how was he in high school?
was he? No, because he was taken right afterwards. Yeah, he shouldn't be
Yeah.
in high school. That doesn't make any sense.
Makes no sense. That don't make sense. That does not.
Also, when
make
he's in
sense.
Nevada. Oh, okay, actually, never mind. So he's in Nevada. The Dimension X stuff happens before he even gets to
Mhm.
Hawkins.
Because that happens, and then they're still wherever for a couple years,
Mhm.
or for like at least a year. Things don't start getting better because he's traumatized.
So they move.
And so they move, and then like max 2 years later, 3 years later,
Mhm.
and then he gets, unless I'm wrong about this, he gets taken to the lab immediately
Yeah,
after.
he's taken to the lab because they say his son, he was in a coma.
Right, and he
he
wakes
passed
up in the
out.
lab.
Yeah, because Brenner takes him.
Interesting. That
Which I
don't-
guess Brenner just followed him, I assume.
unless Brenner put him into, Brenner put him to high school. I guess we'll find out.
No, he had to be in the lab.
We have
Because
to
I
find
think
out.
he realized how powerful one was, which is why he put the chip in him, which is why he made him like, one of the helpers.
But if maybe he had the chip in him, and then he sent him to high school. I don't know. We'll find out
I
about
hope
it.
they explain that, bro.
They have to.
That's
They
a big
can't not.
plot hole.
That is a.
I love how we're
huge
discussing this because
plot
now
hole.
I'm realizing like how many plot holes there actually.
That is a huge plot hole.
Because I had been thinking about that. I was like, bro, is he supposed to be the same age as them if they went to high school together? He looks like he's like mid-20s.
Now, if it was like an all school thing, if they explain it that way,
Mm-hmm.
that's fine. Because like I don't know what character he played. I know it says it on the flyer, but I missed it, and I don't
Yeah.
know who the character. Like I don't know because if the character's like
Yeah,
a
maybe
kid,
he was in like middle school or something.
right, and then cool if that's the case, rock on. But still, I thought for sure people were dead. Like I thought Robin and Lucas were cooked. That was the scene in the trailer where I was like, how the hell does Lucas get out of this?
I remember you said that.
I was
and
I was like, there's gotta
like,
be.
no, bro.
I was
He's
like,
gonna
there has
find a
gotta
way,
be.
bro.
I'm like, there has to be a damn good explanation for how Lucas gets out of this situation, and there was. I'm cool with it. I'm happy. Yeah.
Good. Thank
Yep.
you.
I'm cool with it.
Any way that they keep Lucas around, I'm happy. Your Dustin is my Lucas. So.
Understandable. They gotta find a way to like escape from Camazotz is gonna be such an interesting episode.
That's gonna be so fun, bro. I think that's like probably the one that I'm most excited for.
Yeah.
Obviously, the right side of it. I think Shock Jock is gonna be Nancy, Jonathan, Steve, and Dustin going to Hawkins' lab and maybe sending like a pulse or something to see exactly where his like headquarters is located.
You think that's what the wave is?
Yeah, I think that's what the wave is.
Interesting. Okay.
I think it's probably because they said, that they just can't sit here and do nothing, and that's when Dustin's like, "Oh, well, the center of it is Hawkins."
right. Hawkins.
I want to
lab.
know what this wall is. Are we gonna get
Yeah.
around the wall?
What if it's a bubble?
I thought that too. I was like, at first I was like, "Oh, is it just around like Hawkins? Like, is this like the end of the county line or something?" But it's a perfect circle.
Right.
So and we see that the center of it is Hawkins. So
Hmm.
specific radius of it, but
That's just yeah. I
um,
I want to know what the
yeah,
wall is. Also, Game of Thrones.
yeah,
Um, yeah, the
they
Duffer
got a
Brothers
lot.
wear their inspirations on their
I
like
love
tattoo it
that
on their
though.
faces, dude.
I love it though. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
so
cool with
good.
it. I'm cool with it because I'm like, oh hey, cool, boom, I get it now. Um,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Another thing that I also saw, another little Easter egg when I was doing my Easter egg searches, was we see Holly notice that the lights were flickering either in season 1 or season 2, which could have been foreshadowing the fact that she was, kind of
She
prepared
noted
or
it was the trees. It was the trees moving in season 3 because they were on the Ferris wheel and the mind
Oh
flayer is
yeah,
going
yeah,
through,
yeah.
and she goes,
Well, no, no,
"Mom,
it
the
wasn't that. It
trees."
wasn't that. But she did notice that. She did notice that. But there was another point when the
Oh, where
lights
she
were
like
flickering.
turned or
She
something
followed
like
it.
that, and it's like flickering.
Oh no, she followed it. That's what it was. Yeah, we just
Yep,
yep.
yep.
When Karen and Holly go visit Joyce, and
She goes and
like
follows
Will is
Will into the
walking through the
room.
house, and she follows it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And then
yeah, that
she's
was a
in
cool
Will's
little touch.
room.
Yeah,
Oh, that's so
and then
interesting.
and then she was about to see the Demogorgon come through. Actually, bro, Will, bro, could that have been the Demogorgon going to get Holly in that moment? Because the Demogorgon was about to open up the wall.
Oh my! What if that was Endgame the entire time?
I need to rewatch that scene.
That's
I might go and rewatch that
crazy,
scene.
dude. Could you
I just thought about
imagine?
that.
Could you imagine
Because
he
the
was trying to?
Demogorgon was literally about to go through the wall. Like we see it, because Holly's like that's where she gets scared, and then Joyce comes in.
So why leave Will? Why leave Will in season 5 then? Is it because he has powers and Vecna's afraid of him now? Because
I think that's another thing that needs to be answered. Yeah, why not just take Willie?
why just not take
But he
Will right there?
said,
Because he's straight up, dude. Vecna comes in, kills everyone, but Mike, Will, and Joyce, and picks Will up
Willie's about
and like gets in his face and goes, "This is what I'm doing, cool," and just leaves. Why
I'm
not?
like, okay,
Why not take Will?
take him, and
Take him. But I guess you don't need him.
maybe this is to show that he's still in control. Like they said, season 2, episode like 6 or
Yeah,
something
the spy.
is very crucial. The spy. So maybe there is a way that Vecna can still control Will that we just have to see.
Mm.
Like maybe he's just been lenient in thinking that his powers are his. Like we see that at the end. We see that Will can see through Vecna and the Demogorgon's eyes, but he still can't see specifically where he's located. And
Right.
I don't think he will. I think because Vecna might still be in control.
Interesting. Interesting. Huh. Okay.
Dude, I need to rewatch that season 1 scene, bro. Now this has me thinking about that. Holly might have actually gotten taken at that moment.
Yeah, she might have almost got snatched.
Okay, but why hasn't been Vecna been doing all this stuff 1 through 5 or 1 through 4? What has he been doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that's okay. That's another one of my questions. Is we obviously see that Vecna has been a player since season 1. Why not? Why?
What have
Why
you been doing?
send? Why send them?
Send the Mind Flayer. Send the demos.
I don't think Vecna is the big bad.
I think it's the Mind Flayer.
It's got to be
I
the
think
Mind
the
Flayer.
Mind Flayer is what's in control, and Vecna is like a peasant, but he can help control.
I think Vecna is the Mind Flayer's 5-star general. The Demogorgons didn't do it, or couldn't do it. The the Shadow Monster failed. Like the spy, I think Will was supposed to be the antagonist of season 2.
Yeah,
Will failed.
for sure.
The Mind Flayer Skinwalker thing failed. All right,
RP.
go send in the nuke. Easy.
Dang, dude.
Send in the 5-star general. And then I think that's what I did see a theory that Vecna's gonna turn. That
Good?
yeah,
Wow. I
that
don't know if I agree with that one.
that Vecna is going to put the nail in the coffin on the Mind Flayer.
I don't know.
I don't know about
I
that.
wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be mad.
I don't know. I kind of would a little bit, but like at the same
I just
time,
like a
like
good bad villain, bro. I don't like villains that turn good.
yeah,
Keep them bad.
keep him bad. But at the same time, that's the question: is Vecna doing this, or is he under the control of the Mind Flayer?
I would love to see that explained, bro. I would love to see that explained.
I don't know. Or is the Mind Flayer under the control of Vecna? I don't know. It's interesting stuff. It is
I think if
interesting
the
stuff.
Mind Flayer is in control,
But
I don't know because it's like I'm trying to see how that explains like Will having powers. You know,
here's the thing, though. Everything is being stated as it's Vecna's plan. So one of two
yeah, he
things.
says it's
So
all
one of
part of my plan.
yeah. So one of two things, and he's like, "I'm doing this because you showed me this. I am doing this
But
because
Vecna and the Mind Flayer are technically one right now, right? Because we assume that the Mind Flayer is in Vecna.
yeah." But the question is, which one's which?
Yeah.
Which one is it? Is Vecna part of the Mind Flayer, or is the Mind Flayer part of Vecna? Who controls whom?
That's something that needs to be discovered, bro.
That needs to be explained. Also, if it does get explained, do we have to go to Dimension X to defeat the Mind Flayer?
I saw another theory that was like maybe there's going to be a battle in Dimension X. I don't know if I would like that though. What if Dimension X is behind the wall? I heard that theory.
Where's Vecna's little like red area? Is that the upside
We
down?
don't know that. I think it's the upside down, but I think it could be behind the wall. I heard some people say that that's in Dimension X.
What if the upside down is just in Vecna's mind?
But we physically walk in it though.
Mhm.
We can't walk in Vecna's mind.
I guess that's true. Yeah, that's dumb.
Vecna
Yep.
can walk in our minds.
No, he can get into it. He can't like walk around. I don't know. But
Well, technically he did. No, he did with Max. They were walking around. They were throwing chairs.
yeah, he's like warping reality, I guess. Yeah. But we can because Max and Holly are in Vecna's mind right now.
But they're not in the upside down, are they? They're in Vecna's mind.
Their
The
bodies
upside
are
down is a physical place that Steve, Jonathan, Nancy, Dustin are all in
and the
currently.
and,
Hopper.
and Holly and the kids' minds are in or bodies are in. But the
Right.
minds are in the
Vecna's
dreamscape.
mind.
Brother, dude, what the fuck? My head hurts.
Dude, and how are they able to even like experience his memories if he's walking around, you know, sending the demos, talking to Will? Like these things that they're connected to the Mind Flayer, which is connected to Henry. So wouldn't they be in?
But
I don't
then
know, bro. This is rough.
Okay, so what do you think about this? What do you think about the theory of there's going to be time travel?
I saw that theory.
Because there's a
I-
lot of hints to time travel in this episode.
There are. I don't know if I would like it. I'm one of those people that's like very iffy about a time travel incorporation.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you know, one of our favorite movies that we've both seen together has a big incorporation of time travel that I personally loved.
I thought they did it very well.
They did an amazing job. R.I.P. My girl though. We don't have to talk about that. But I'm just so scared because if we do incorporate time travel, where do we go? What changes? How do we explain all this?
The
Like I
theory
saw one that was
the
like,
theory
if
is
we
that
go,
they go back and they stop the ship from going into Dimension X.
that's how it is, bro. I don't know.
Because if you stop the ship from being transported to Dimension X, you stop Brenner looking for things. And then you stop the Dimension X stuff from happening, which means you keep Henry Creel from being traumatized by the Mind Flayer in Dimension X, which means he doesn't get powers, which means Dr. Brenner, who is one, not looking for answers anymore, um, keeps him from going superpowered kid army, creating 11, creating all of that, opening up the rift to the completely erasing
Yeah.
the last. I don't know if I would like that.
I'm just trying to think of how much changes. I guess like there wouldn't be a whole lot that changes. I think what would happen is they stop the ship from going to Dimension X, and then they fast forward to the night that they play D&D, and I think the show ends with Will just like biking home and seeing Joyce watching TV.
I don't like that. I don't
I don't
like
think I
it.
do either. I don't think I do either, bro. I don't.
Chris Evans,
I think
I
it
don't
would be
like
cool. It would be cool
Hmm.
in various different ways, but I don't think that I like. I think a perfect ending, and I guess this is gonna like I'm interested to hear what like how you say it's gonna end. I would be okay with it ending by either Will or Elle dying,
No.
and we just go about our lives. Sorry,
Yeah.
but we gotta move
I
on.
think what's gonna happen is I think Will is going to sacrifice himself to bring down Vecna.
I agree.
There's
I think that's how I see it.
there's way too much you are Vecna. You guys are the same.
Yeah.
You're basically him. I'm not him. You basically are. Like
We saw what you just did, buddy.
also, did you notice do, do you know how 11 uses her powers?
What do you mean?
Like what does she do to use her powers? Yeah, palm down.
Hmm.
You know how Will uses his powers? Palm up. You know how Vecna uses his powers? Palm up. That's not on accident. That can't be on accident. That things are done so on purpose when shows and movies are everything is done on purpose. Every little frame that they do is done on purpose. You cannot tell me that there is a. You cannot look at me and say that it is a coincidence that we get all of this. You are Vecna.
Well, I mean,
you guys are
they
the
both get
same.
their powers from the Mind Flayers, so maybe it's just the Mind Flayer connection.
Maybe. I don't
That's
think
all I
Will's gonna
got.
go bad. But I will say, Caleb, what's his name? McLaughlin, Caleb Laughlin.
Mhm. Caleb McLaughlin, yeah.
Yeah. There was an
Right.
interview where they said if you had to describe season 5 in one word, what would it be? And his word was traitor.
He said traitor.
He said traitor. At least that's what I saw online, is that he said traitor,
What?
which could mean one of two things.
Hmm.
That's not a coincidence with palm up
Or
or Vecna. Like I said, maybe he do turn traitor.
maybe that's why it's called The Right Side Up. Is the last episode.
Mm. No.
Bro, I need
That,
volume
that
two
can't be
release.
it, right? That can't be it.
I think that's just a play on words of the Upside Down,
That's what
which I think
yeah,
is a
it's
really
gotta
cool way
be.
of ending.
Yeah, the like, the whole, all of the freaking, you know, all the titles of the episodes have been pretty on point with things. It's been pretty obvious
Yeah.
what they mean. So,
Yeah.
at least in the context of watching the episodes in order, you're like, okay, yeah, the vanishing of, it's like someone's getting taken. The turnbow trap, you're like, okay, they're gonna use the turnbows as a trap.
Yeah. Sorcerer.
Sorcerer.
They've also called him a sorcerer multiple times.
Yep.
Shock Jock. I think that's why it's gonna be a reference to them at Hawkins Lab.
It's got to be Steve. Steve's got to be there, right? Like,
because that's the jock. Yeah.
I don't know. It'll be weird. There's so many. There's so much. Honestly, I hope it's gonna be like. This is gonna sound bad. I hope Elle dies. Elle sacrifices herself or something like that.
So too,
Don't put Joyce through losing Will again.
That would I think either Elle or Will dying is gonna have huge emotional weight because Hopper would have to lose his second daughter.
What if they both die,
and then
dude?
that'd be a lot. That'd be a lot.
Oh, also, okay,
Mike
I
has to
had
lose
I
his
I had a question about this. This is gonna be my last thing. We're running out of time, but this is gonna be my last question. And we can keep going on this one. How is 8 alive?
Thank you, bro. I have my notepad here of everything that I wanted to hit a point on. I kid you not, that is the last thing that I have there.
How is she alive? Henry should have killed everyone.
I talked about 8. I think we did talk about 8. Like before I texted you and was like, bro, I knew it'd be her. But I saw all of the hate on the internet.
I hate that episode.
Episode was terrible. It was bad. This was pointless. Blah, blah, blah. You're not even bringing her up. I literally said, if they don't bring her up, it'll be pointless. But I think this will be a perfect way of bringing her back into the show.
Mm-hmm.
And if y'all wanted to build something off of that, by all means, Duffer, I'll check it out because I love Stranger Things.
Sure.
But I'm not going to be looking at that as like the end goal here. But we leave on a big cliffhanger. Elle has a sister who has the same powers as she does, is, doing petty theft or whatever, getting vengeance on the people that took, them hostage or whatever. And all we see the last of her is season 2 when Elle visits her and then goes back to Hawkins. And that's it. And it's bro, you bring this girl in, has the exact same powers, is very powerful. It's really the only alive sister, or is the only alive person from the Rainbow Room that we know of.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just not bringing her in again. Mm-hmm. So I love the fact that they, I assume, got her probably in search for Elle, knew that she was still around, because I'm assuming the military was able to track her. She was doing, a bunch of burglary and stuff, so it probably wasn't hard to find her.
Right.
Looking at the descriptions and stuff.
Yeah.
So I like the fact that they brought her in, and the fact that they're holding her hostage. Now the thing is, I thought about this for a while, even after season 4, seeing how we end. Yeah. How does she escape?
How does she get out of the massacre?
Yeah.
That is not explained. Now,
I hope we had that conversation.
Now, what are her powers?
Well, we know her powers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what are
they? She can go into people's minds and make them see things.
Mm-hmm. Or not see things.
Right.
Theoretically. Theoretically, that's how she could have escaped. Is,
True.
Henry is killing everybody. Boom. I don't exist.
That's valid. I would like a little flashback to possibly have that conversation.
I'd like a little bit of an explanation there. I don't think it's happening.
Because I guess Elle didn't have context on season 2. Because she forgot about that day.
She did.
And
yeah,
then,
that's true.
And then she was rediscovering it in season 4. Mm-hmm. She could be like, hey, I remember everything about that day. What
Mhm.
happened? Oh yeah, you know how I can see things, not see things. Well, this happened. Also, from what we see, she's kind of the only person who has that power. It seems like.
Everybody else kind of has like the push pull power.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, how
which
does
is
she,
also derived from Vecna though, because Vecna can also make people see things that aren't there. In a way,
that's true.
same blood.
Same blood. I don't know. I have a lot of questions.
I still do.
I still do.
I would like a
I
lot more
need to
input.
know what the wall is. I need to know what Vecna's plan is.
Yes,
I need to know why he took Will. I want to know what
I
the upside
need
down
that,
is.
bro. If y'all answer one question fully, answer like I need an actual description of two things that you guys promised that we'd have explanation of.
Yeah.
Because those are
Everything
the two things
else, sure.
confusing.
I'll be confused, but whatever. I'll get over it.
Yeah.
Um, but dude, I need to know. I need to know why he was taken and what the upside down are. I have to know. I gotta know how he's that powerful and how he has powers.
Yeah.
I gotta know
Got to.
because using the power of acceptance sucks. That is an. I'm sorry.
It's a terrible
It
explanation, bro.
sucks.
It's
It
a terrible
sucks
explanation.
so hard. It's such a bad oh, we use the power of gay to become super powered. It's like, all right, then give Robin powers, brother. Like, I want to see
Facts,
that,
actually though.
dude.
Like
Like,
actually. I would love to see Robin have powers.
yeah,
Okay. Another quick question though.
yeah.
Will Holly and the rest of the kids, if they're, inserted, have powers?
That,
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know.
maybe that's how they beat Vecna. Is they end up convincing everybody and they
Mm-hmm.
turn on him.
Traitor. Um, I don't think so. I think we're ending this series with no one has powers.
Yeah.
Even
I like
even
that.
if
It's
Ellen
time for
will,
her as well.
even if Ellen will survive, I think normal
Yeah.
people.
Normal lives
I think
afterwards.
they are defeating Vecna and or the Mind Flayer and or both, and that means goodbye superpowers,
Yeah.
which I'd be okay with.
I'm cool with that.
It makes more sense because if
Mhm.
you defeat them and then you just go on being able to like use the Force and shit, like, come on,
Can
man,
do whatever. It's
like
got to end with nobody having powers.
it has to,
Like,
right?
yeah,
Like,
that makes so much sense.
but I don't know.
I think it has
It
to,
has
bro.
to.
It has to.
But they also didn't have connection to the Upside Down for a little bit, and they still had powers.
True.
But I don't know. I don't know. I think that it needs to end. To go back to your original question from like 20 minutes ago, I I think it needs to end where honestly I think it's gonna be a will sacrifice, but I think it's
Mhm.
regardless of who die. If Steve dies, I'm losing it. If Steve dies, if Dustin dies, if Robin dies, I am losing it.
Those are untouchables.
They are untouchables for me.
I think my
Steve,
untouchables.
Steve and Robin for sure. I'd be very, very upset if
I think my untouchables are Max, Lucas, and Karen.
Max is
Not
gone.
only because those are my favorite characters, I don't think Max can die at this point. Like
Max should not be able to die at this point.
we should not have her die.
No,
I can't see Lucas die. He's not too much of a main character to where like his death would be impactful.
but he's just enough of a main character where it wouldn't, where like people would care a little bit, you know. But there's not.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound bad. There's not enough connection with him
I heard
in
for
the
that reason
world.
that Derek is gonna die though.
Okay.
I heard that Derek is gonna die because it's like you bring in a new character,
Okay.
nobody cares about him, so you can kill him off. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Shout out Derek though. He's a cool kid, but you know, Tina
Suck a
can go
fat
without
one,
having
Derek.
her.
Like. uh,
Oh my God. And we can't kill Karen, bro. Like She's got to take care of Holly. We know Holly's gonna live.
She can't be after this. After she's awake or in like alive after that Demogorgon attack. You can't take. You can't.
Yeah.
Sorry, you can't.
Actually.
Honestly, I don't think that Will should die either. The amount of shit that Joyce had to go through to protect this fucking kid, dude, and you just go and kill him in the last season would be a little ridiculous. I gotta be honest, it'd be a little unfair.
I agree. It's about him. He deserves to live.
I don't think Elle should die either because I don't think taking another daughter away from Hopper would be. Also, can we stop seeing the flashback to Hopper's kid? We've seen that like 7 times this season, dude. Like, we've had 4 episodes and we saw it like 3 times in one episode.
Like, I keep seeing them doing chest compressions, and I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. I get it, though.
I don't
He
care
lost a daughter to cancer.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? Don't care.
Like, actually.
Don't care anymore. It was sad the first 3 seasons. It was sad when he was talking about it in the Russian jail. And you didn't do a flashback. Didn't do a flashback. Good on you.
But yeah, we'll do them now here in season 5.
And you're like, oh,
when he's just talking to Elle about how I can't lose you too. What? Man, get out of here.
That suicide vest was crazy. But
I'm okay with Mike dies. I think Mike could die.
Yeah.
I think that would give the push for Will to kill Vecna.
Yeah. And walk him down Wheeler to go nuts. Yeah, I could see it. I'd be sad.
Let's have
I would be that would be a death that I would be sad at.
Yeah.
But from a plot standpoint, makes sense.
I think I'm the same way.
Max would be a death that I would be sad at and doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
I also I love me some Max. I love me some Sadie Sink. I think her character is so awesome. Outside of the fact that Sadie Sink is just a very, very gorgeous individual. It's the red hair and the blue eyes, man. I tell you.
It's just I've never been a guy that likes red hair until I met Sadie Sink.
I know.
Like, actually,
yeah.
I'm like, wow.
I'm
learning about myself. What'd you say?
I'm learning new things about myself. Yes.
Come on now.
But all no, right. it doesn't make sense if she were to die. It just doesn't make. She served her purpose in her death, and so it doesn't make sense. Lucas dying doesn't make sense because yes, it would be sad on the party and it would be sad on Max, but that's it.
Yeah.
No offense to Lucas, because I like him as a character, even though he has very cringy lines this season.
He does, bro. I hate his lines this season. What are we doing?
What are we doing? It's like, oh, we're gonna give Lucas the worst lines of the entire show. We're gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna do it all.
They ruin my man's hairline, bro. Come on. What is this haircut?
Yeah, that's right. He looks like that one guy from Subway Surfers, bro. He looks like the black dude from Subway Surfers.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my goodness. That's my goat, bro.
But unfortunately it just wouldn't make sense. He's a good character, he just hasn't done enough.
Yeah.
He's just kind of there for most of the series.
He kind of is, unfortunately.
He's the
everybody else has actually done the most.
He's the love interest to Max. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. At this point,
yeah. I'm here for it, and I love it. And that whole scene where she's 10 feet away from making it to the portal, and she can see it, and she can feel his hand on hers, and she's running for it, and she's almost there, and then the tape stops. Heartbreaking, dude. Heartbreaking. Oh my god.
But can we also talk about the fact that she did everything before running? She checked to see if that was actually his hand.
Yep.
She looked at it for 15 seconds.
She could have 100%
and then started running. And then when she was running, it was super slow. I'm like, you could have gone there.
She could have
been doing all this. Oh, Lucas. Yep. Wait, that's actually Lucas.
But she's gonna save Holly now.
Oh wait, I should probably go.
But she's gonna save Holly now.
Don't forget Holly. You should have come back with me. I'm Lucas, by the way. So.
Oh, you're Lucas for real, man. For real, for real. No, but that was heartbreaking. She was so close. Oh my gosh, she was so close. Yeah, Max doesn't make sense. Lucas doesn't make sense. Steve, I'm going to say almost doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dustin.
Yeah.
Because Eddie already died.
I agree.
Eddie already died. You can't do that to Dustin.
I could see Steve dying, though.
I know, but I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen. Jonathan, though, I could see it.
Jonathan, I think, will die. Yep. Jonathan, I think, is...
And I'm cool with it.
If Jonathan dies, Will won't die.
If Jonathan dies, Will won't die. And if Jonathan dies, it's Stancy in the end game, for sure.
For sure.
At the end of this, they are getting back together. 100%. Do what?
I heard a theory that he's going to die before he gets the chance to propose.
I heard a theory that he's going to get Vecna'd before he proposes, and she's going to find the ring looking for his music.
Really? Ooh.
That would be... I'd hate it, but that would be interesting.
That would actually be really sad. That'd be heartbreaking. I hope that doesn't happen.
Because he has the cassette on him, right?
Yeah.
But that's the only music. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd be okay with Jonathan dying. I gotta be honest. I didn't love his character in the last couple seasons. Justice for my boy Argyle. Bring him back.
Nice, bro.
Purple Palm Tree Delight, man. Oh no, man. We're not here for your tasty pies, dude.
These guys. We're not here for your tasty pies, dude.
We need to do something. We got our superpowered friend over here. Love that guy, dude. Argyle's the goat. But no, at the end of the day, I think the only thing... What if Nancy dies? I haven't even considered this one.
I don't think she will. I could kind of see it, but
Vecna really doesn't like the Whalers.
He doesn't, bro.
And guess who is almost solely responsible for him being this close to death?
But that was already taking Holly away. It was to get back probably to Nancy. In a way, also because of Holly, fitting the category.
Which I think is escapism. I think it's kids who like to escape into fantasy worlds.
Yeah.
I saw something on that and it makes sense.
Wrinkle in Time is a big theme there.
And Derek plays video games and plays a lot of video games, which are fantasy worlds. And we see a lot of kids who are big fans of A Wrinkle in Time or other books and whatever and yeah, so I think it's escapism. D&D. Fantasy escapism stuff. Yeah. Interesting stuff. So last question, then we gotta end it off. We are already... This is definitely the longest episode of the podcast ever. We are at 2 hours and 48 minutes of recording right now. So, last question. Give me your theories as to who is going to die. Not who makes sense, who you think is going to die. And who you don't want to die. Obviously, we got Lucas and Max and stuff, but give me your rank.
As long as they don't die, I just care.
All right, you're cool for everybody else. Everybody else is game for you.
I think legit, though, who is actually going to die. I think Jonathan is a for sure death. I feel pretty confident about that. I think there's been a lot of signs to Jonathan dying. I think if Jonathan dies, that kind of rules out a lot. I think that means Will won't die. I think that means that, we won't see Steve or Nancy die because, like you said, that'll set them up to be together. And I think that could also give Will the push to defeat Vecna, meaning that Mike may not have to die for that same reason.
Okay.
I could see Hopper dying as well, potentially. I think I could be okay with that just because he's already sacrificed a lot throughout the
But we
show.
already got his death, quote unquote.
True. But now we get his official death.
Okay, fair.
He dies in Joy's arms. And they show us flashbacks of them at Enzo's.
Of Enzo's, yeah. That would be cute. That'd be really sad.
I think that's what I got, bro. I
Alright.
think those are my two.
All right. I think Jonathan would be a good one. Jonathan makes sense. It's either Jonathan or Steve. It's
Yeah.
one of the two. One
I
of them
think
is
it has
dead.
to be Jonathan, though, because we kind of already assumed that Nancy and Steve are going to work out.
I'm also kind
He
of cool
professes
with.
love in season 4. They have to.
I'm also cool with Stancy not happening.
Interesting. I think I'm okay with that too.
I'm okay with it. I would prefer it to happen.
Yeah.
Justice for my guy Steve, who 100% got cheated on.
Facts. For sure.
Justice for Steve. But no, I think it's either Jonathan or Steve. It's one of the two.
Yeah.
And I would prefer, honestly, if Stancy doesn't happen, I still prefer it to be Jonathan, and I hope that Steve and Nancy are just friends.
Yeah.
Honestly,
like that.
what I would like it to happen is Stancy, but if that doesn't happen, let it be Jonathan, kill him off, and let them be friends, because I love their friendship. I know they're just friends, but like they're hinting at stuff. I don't think anybody in the main party is gonna die.
I hope so.
I hope none of the main party dies. Dustin would serve no purpose.
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but Dustin would serve no purpose. Neither would
Valid.
Lucas.
Yeah.
The only two people of the party that would serve a purpose, 3 people that would serve a purpose, are Elle, Will, and Mike.
Yep.
That's it. I don't think you should do that to Joyce, because Joyce has already been through so much.
Yeah.
I don't like, let alone everything that she's done for Will, but also Bob and having to deal with all that stuff. Hopper for an entire season. Dude, this lady's gone through so much, man. Like, it's insane.
But she might be losing Jonathan though.
Yeah.
But you said for your theory for that reason no to Jonathan. Okay.
No, I'm cool. I'm cool with Jonathan's not Will.
Yeah. No,
Even in Joyce's eyes, I'm sorry. You can't. You cannot look at me.
It's clear as day.
You can't look at me and say like Joyce doesn't have a favorite, because Joyce clearly has a favorite, and it's not Jonathan. So like, if it's Jonathan, whatever. Like, I think Joyce will be sad, but I don't think it's gonna be like. But then again, we've never really seen Jonathan in too much trouble.
Yeah.
So like, we haven't seen how Joyce reacts to it.
Mm-hmm.
But in that same vein, I think if Joyce reacted in the same way that she would react to Will, I think that's a little unearned. Plot twist: Susie dies. I don't know. No, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. Again, I don't think Will's gonna die. I don't think Elle's gonna die. Mike out of the party would make the most sense to kill.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it doesn't happen, but it would make sense, because then you get the driving factor of Elle, Will, and Nancy.
Yeah.
You get the trio going. Oh no. Oh, Mike is so dead. Oh, Mike is so dead.
Why?
Because he's the heart.
yeah,
The entirety of the season, what have they been saying to Mike?
You're the heart. You're the heart.
You're the glue that keeps the party together. You're the heart of the party. You're the heart. You're the leader. Everybody.
Yeah, he's gonna lay his life down for sure.
He's so dead. They're killing Mike 100%. He is the number one driving factor that brings everybody together. Steve's gonna go with Nancy. Jonathan's gonna go with Nancy. Hopper's gonna go with Elle, and Joyce is gonna go with Will. One character death that gets all of them together, all pointed in one direction. If you have to pick one character, who is it?
It's gotta be Mike in that
It's
case, right?
gotta be the Mike and Ikes.
Oh,
It's gotta be Mike. Mike's dead. Mike is so dead, dude. That sucks.
Tragic.
Wow.
I guess we'll have to see.
I guess we'll have to see. Well, we're gonna check back in 23 days and see if
Exactly.
23 days to 29 days. We'll see. And see if we're right on this. See if I'm right about this one. Definitely a longer episode. But I think here I'm gonna cut real quick. I think I might cut some of the questions. Because we got to like Stranger Things at like 30 minutes in. Again, still gonna be a long episode, but okay, recut. Definitely one of the longer episodes, but I think it was a good episode. I have to edit all this tonight too.
What?
We try to get it out on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. So, yeah, Wednesdays at 7 a.m. So if you're seeing this December 3rd, it's been a long night for me. But anyway, 9 out of 10, 9.2 out of 10 for Stranger Things season 5. And the more I think about it, yes, I have issues with it, and yes, I have, there are plot holes, but we also got to remember that this is the first half. This is the first half of a season. So for the first half of this season, to have that many questions, it's normal. To have plot holes, we'll see if they get resolved. I'm not mad about it right now. So the more I think about it, it's climbing past a 9.2. It might go up to like 10 eventually. We'll see. We'll see.
I'll see.
But anyway, thank you so much for joining us today. Loved having you. First guest. I think it went really, really well. And thank you guys so much for being Rejects with us, coming on the Rejects podcast. I'm Will. That's Kenny. Brendan will be back, hopefully next episode. We'll see. We'll see. Again, thank you guys so much for being Rejects with us, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Alrighty.